signs. It's the house on the hill where the thunder rolls and the lightning throws, and we put it in a bottle and set it down by the road. Did you know I loved you more than a friend? Not like a lover,
What's up, fools? I got a pretty good gang in there. I got Brad, I got JT, we got Can, we got Robert. So we got a good portion of the gang. Let me know what the music level's what the music level is right now, if it's too high, too low, and we'll go from there. So just catching up on some stuff up there. Today, so we're gonna do a head-to-head. I'm gonna just show you two different strategies like we've been trying to do every day. Rob pushed me out two more strategies to test today. One is something like make me bleed, which scares the shit out of me. That's the name of the title. And the other one, we'll compare it to good old 9 Streets because that's a 9 Street bet, that one make me bleed strategy. So I've got it saved here. So we're gonna do that. Then remember, tomorrow night for our AOB at night stream, Brad's gonna be playing Can strategy, and I'm just gonna be playing 5 double streets. Although I think I will play Plague. I'll match whatever they're playing first, but I also thought it's gonna be fun down the road if we do this and then maybe a second in the same session or whatever. I thought it'd be cool to like make it so I'm still playing 5 double streets, but maybe I vary it in different ways just to see how they stack up against that one. So anyway, so that starts tomorrow night. You're not going to miss it. And again, I think for Fans Friday, right now we only have 2 people in, and that's fine because Dave Cook threw another 500. So even if it's just Dave, me, and that one other person put 20 bucks in, we'll have $1,000 bankroll. And I don't know, is Cook? Yep, Dave Cook is here. Dave, if it ends up just being pretty much you and me, then you and I can decide we're not going to play threat level 1. We're going to play threat level higher. We may kind of go for it. So if we only have a couple people, so and that's fine. And if we do only have a couple people, then I will ping those people and make sure that you're okay with, say, threat level 4 or 5. And if you aren't, I'm happy to tip the money back. If you are, let's fucking go. All right. Here is, oh, and by the way, the upcoming video, and one's already dropped, it goes off of that chart. So far, my chart where you go down and you say either my unit size is this much or my bankroll is this much, how much do I bet on those different areas? So far, they're almost, the chart is almost spot fucking on. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, first one we're gonna go do is make me bleed. So I don't know anything about this other than the progressions. You go up 2 units on losses. So we're going to start right here. So it's 9 units. And you see you got all 1 units across the board. 1 units on this 0, 2, 3 corner. Then you got all these 4 corner bets, the 17, 20 split, and then you got this 1 unit. So obviously the 17, 20 is your massive banger numbers. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get the graph up. And let me share this on, oh shit, we gotta go to live. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. So we lost that. So we're gonna double up and add 1 unit. So anyway, sorry for that, guys. And let me share my screen on Discord for you guys. There you go. All right. Roulette ball. If I go for level 4, oh, I see. So Dave's not in because he's like, I don't want that safe shit. That's awesome. Although I gotta say, Dave, oh my gosh, we're off to a terrible start. This looks like the start Brad had on dice today. All right, we are gonna go 1, 2, going up. We're laddering up 2 units at a time. And then you stay there until you're close. What's up, Clever Bets? So we're also, after we get done testing this, and then a couple of things I want to show you. Clever Bets, they sent me another update, and we're going to go and try it out. Again, this is beta. This is not a public update, so you're seeing beta testing. It's been very hard on these tables because the tables all behave differently. So it's really impressive to try and make code. Oh, wow. Right now, I'm telling you, this strategy sucks. I'm just kidding. This looks like another strategy, but I mean, we're covering what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're covering 24 plus in here. These are all overlapped. So we're covering 24 plus numbers. Now, I don't know if these are partial losses. I don't know if that was in the chart, Rob. If you hit these on the outside, if every hit is actually a win, or if these are partial losses. I don't know. All right, so that's a $6.30, $6.30 win. So that's a break even. So you got all these in the first and the third column. If you hit these, they're all break even. Except for this one here, the 3 looks like it might be profitable because it's only covering 3 numbers instead of 4. So the 3, the 0, 2, these, especially the 2 will play more because it's got this column bet over there. So we'll see how this works. What's up, Youngzilla? All right, so break even. You guys know how I feel about strats that have a bunch of break evens. I fucking hate it. I would look at this. You know what? I'll give this Scouse House. We'll give this to you. Rework this thing. Keep it the same. Adjust the units so every one of these fucking hits pay something. I would rather pay more to have every number hit and profit, right? By putting, I don't even know what you need to do to make it profitable. I'm not looking at it, but you've taken this strategy and made it profitable. All right, 24. Oh, this is testing my patience right now. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I really like that chart. So far, that chart has been money on the I've done 3 videos, 5 double streets, 9 streets, and today I just made a video doing 2 dozens. And so far, so good. Although the 2 dozens did get up to the 5th progression today, which is to be expected. I think that's pretty normal. Oh my God, look at this. Oh no, Rob, I'm not blaming you, brother. I want these. I don't want you not to do these just because you think I won't like it. That's part of it. Let's put it up here. Now, obviously, if you see a strat, Rob knows that if there's one there that is like so volatile that the chance of winning is going to be, boom, you know. Remove the column bet and add a unit to the corners. I see. Okay, so then basically what you have, if you do that, you basically have rumple, right? You basically have rumple. Rumple is where you literally are just playing these alternating up and down. You're playing 6 corners, which is 2 dozens. So if we do that, we basically have rumple, except I guess you're keeping this here. And if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to cover 24 numbers and I'm going to play on a French table and cover the 0 here, fuck that. I'm going to cover my, I'm going to put 3 units on high. So that'll cover these 3 double streets. I'm going to put 1 unit on this 13, 16 street. And boom, now that 0, again, that becomes a banger number. Wow. Oh my God. This is why I hate leaving the bets up high on these fucking strategies that have so many non-profits, right? It's just, you just leave your bet up so long. But your outside corners pay and it increases the jackpot numbers. Yeah. Okay, good to know. I would take that. So it's basically rumple with a twist if you keep the 0, 2, 3 in there. And again, I wouldn't do the alternating corners because it's 24 numbers. Although you have that 2 there, that's covered by the corner 2. So you could move that unit if you wanted that extra number. You could cover that to the 0, 3 or the 0, 1 split. And I would be covering the 2nd and the 3rd dozens. That's just how I would do it on the French table. And then upcoming video, I'll be doing it. In fact, I'm going to try to record it later today. I'm going to show I'm going to go through a bunch of the strats, the most common strats, and show how you can convert those to take advantage of the French table in one of 2 ways. Another one. One is just taking advantage of the partage. The second one is converting that strategy over so it also covers a zero, so you get like the double banger. All right. 4,000 viewers on Facebook every time. What? What's up, Doman? Okay, and that's fine. We'll look at those later, David. I definitely still want. I don't want to have him get all this. Oh, there's a banger right there. Let's see what this does for us. Whoa! All right, that banger's a real banger. I'm not confident in hitting those two numbers though. Right? You got two numbers that do that. I don't know. Well, the 2, 8. The 2 should be pretty good. So 2, 17, 20 are really good ones. 8, 11 do okay. That's a third tier. Yeah. You know what? I was thinking, because I want to give Can's system a name because it's not named. And all right, here we go. 2 units. And I was thinking about calling it. I was thinking of calling it the marriage because it looks cheap at first, right? You're looking at it going, yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. But if it fucks up, it becomes very expensive for you. So I was thinking about calling it marriage. The not name system. So I'm still playing around with the name on that one. Can's Daily Driver. All right. There we go. What does that give us? 360? Wait a second. Okay, it did profit. Profit 90 cents. So when you hit this up here, where it's only covered by the single corner and the dozen, it makes 3 units. Kick the can. I like that. I like kick the can. We could do it with 2 C's. Kick the can. I like that one. I like kick the can, except I also with the naming, I try to also match it up so that it matches what the strategy does. And so I'm going kick the can. I mean, let me think on it. I like kick the can. Yeah, like I said, if I were gonna play this, I would. This literally is Rumble, but they're adding the 0 in, and there's better ways to do it than the way they're doing it. Just play 2 dozens and put 3 units on high and 1 unit on there. And then if you want to throw a half a unit, I don't know, you could cover the 0 if you wanted to. Or go the opposite direction, put 3 units. All right, we're going to go back down, put 3 units on low, and then put... I'd have to think about it, how to incorporate the 0 into the 2 dozens. I mean, you could go corners like this and then just cover it down here, because then you have 4 numbers and you could do your other corners. And yeah, if you played high, on it and did 3 units, and then you covered then you have 6 numbers remaining, you could cover 4 right here. 4 of them right here, and then 2 individuals. What did we just hit? 20. Well, we hit another banger number. We're up 960. I can call this one the zipper. The zipper. What's up, 13? What's up, blood? Yeah, the only reason, we're going to keep thinking. I like the kick the can. I do like that one. Catchy, especially with 2 C's. I'm doing well, Leon. How you doing, brother? Doing well. Doing well. Oh, you're saying this strategy. I like Make Me Bleed. Because that's how I kind of feel about this strategy. Make Me Bleed. But if you want to do zipper, I could see it looks like a zipper, I guess, if you turn it vertically, or if you're looking at it like that. Yeah, and the second column bet could be the handle where you're pulling the zipper down. But I definitely like Make Me Bleed. But it recovered. It recovered. It recovered. All right, how are you guys? How are you guys' play going on these days? How are you guys doing? I told you guys yesterday that Ray's told me that overall our members, our affiliates are in profit this month. So hopefully that means most of you here are doing well. Doing pretty good. Looked at your 100 to 1K strategy. And try with 50 cents there for 2 hours with 2 breaks. I'm up 25. What? Wow. Nice, man. You're up 25 bucks on a 50-cent bet. Very nice, my friend. Very nice. Very nice. Just barely up. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Dave. You know what they say. If you go to a casino and you leave either even or just not too bad down, that's like a victory. I know you're not looking for even or just barely down, but being barely up means you're beating the casino. Not heavily, but you're beating the odds right now. All right. All right, there we go. That gave us $1.20. So that's a 30-cent win right there. Profited on raised and lost on stake. Oh no! Yeah, I've been there. One casino you're playing, you're doing really well, and the other one, you aren't doing so well. Now that I'm literally playing off camera, just shorter amount of time, shorter numbers of bets. Like even this morning, I was playing total $15 total bets, 15 bucks, 5 double streets. And it was kind of nice because as I was getting ready and doing stuff, I ended up like 36 bucks or something. I gotta double this and add 1 unit. 36 bucks, just getting ready, $15 bets. Had no problem martingaling and leaving it higher at the higher martingale because the highest I went was to the 3rd progression, and I was just doubling it. I wasn't triple martingaling it. And it was nice because I was way below my progressions. I had plenty of progressions and I was just playing it while I was working. 36 bucks. Then I'll come back down and I'll do it again and make another 20, 30 bucks. Before you know it, man, you got 300 bucks. And even more if you want. All right. I'm stuck at 1K. Can't seem to get by it. What are you playing, 13? What strategy are you mostly playing? We've all hit those plateaus, right? That's got this reason that when you're betting, then you go down and you can keep coming up, but then you just, for whatever reason, you got this ceiling. Been there. Switch strats for a while. Go really low, switch strats, and see how that works out for you. Oh, another loss. All right. So we're going to compare this one. Now, the advantage. What's that? Oh, that's something. The advantage with this on this one is that you do have some bangers. 9 Street's going to be more consistent, but I'm going to use the 9 Street format that takes advantage of the 0. So we'll do that. 5 double streets and 9 Street. Okay. I would suggest, what is your bankroll, 13, and what? Oh man, look at all these freaking break evens. What is your bankroll and what unit size are you using on 5 double streets and 9 streets? I'm curious. Every time you hit a 6K bankroll, I get rinsed. That's when I think maybe when you hit these targets that you plateau at, you vault a bunch of it and you start over as if you have a $200 or $500 bankroll, and you force yourself into having the correct progressions like I have on the progression chart. You force yourself at that, and then maybe you can slowly break that ceiling. Or the other thing, I know this sounds wild, but the other thing is you like set your target for the day going, okay, we need $3,000 or whatever. And for whatever reason, it's like lifting weights, right? If you say in your head, I'm going to do 10 reps. When you get to 8 and 9, those are always hard. If you tell yourself, I'm going to 15 reps, I guarantee you, and if you know that you're going to try for 15 reps, you will get through those 9, 10, 11 way easier than if you said, I'm going for 10 reps. So maybe you set your target a little bit higher, bring your bets down lower. Ugh, another loss. The thing is making me bleed. Is 11 progressions enough for 9 streets? I'm going to let clever bets run. Okay, George, if you're going to let clever bets run with 9 streets, I have yet to get to 11 progressions on clever bets with the way I configure it, and that may or may not make any difference. I don't know, but it's Centipede 1, right? The first 9 streets, if it loses twice before recovery, it switches to the very opposite end and leaves the 147 streets open. And I haven't busted. Is 11 progressions and cat ones? Pick up your mind, cat. On my chart, I have the minimum number of progressions at 9, I believe, on 9 streets. Let me look. I don't remember. It was on the video yesterday. What do I have for that? So that's 5 double streets. For 9 streets, 10 progressions is what I say is the minimum. So you have 11. So, I mean, in my book, you have a decent number of progressions. Whether or not that's enough to like let it run, I don't know. I think you have a pretty damn good chance. So Dave's lost 12. So as I said in the video, take whatever wild scenario you think, oh, that can't happen. And it'll happen if you play long enough. It'll happen if you play it long enough. Yeah, I'm going to 30. All right, we got one more spin, but I'm going to give it a chance for recovery. 1, 2. So I'll give it a few more spins if we're able to start recovering. But if we fail to keep going up here, if we go below this hump right here, if we can't reach this hump and we lose before we at least reach this hump, I'm just going to stop. Yeah, I would say I probably, if you really, really want to do it, I would leave your 9 street sessions, set the profit target in clever bets, and set it very reasonable. And when you hit it, you walk away and then come back. Also, I do like the timer function. So like Dave, when you say you lost 12 progressions, right? It would have been interesting to see what happens that if you said after my 7th loss, stop playing, have clever bets time you for 5 or 10 minutes out. Would that have made a difference? Because we all know it's for whatever reason, cosmically, punches and bunches, right? Yeah, exactly, Dave. Somehow they fucking know. I don't know how it works, but somehow. Okay, there's a banger. Woo! All right, look at that. All right. This one I like, make it bleed. I could also call this one hang on, right? Because you like gotta sit there because you only have a couple numbers that are bangers. You gotta like fucking hold on. Hold on to this one. All right, 1140. I'm gonna write this down real quick. 1140. Now the thing about 9 streets is we don't have the banger numbers, so this one has a pretty good chance of winning. 1140, but it'll be interesting to see how deep in the weeds we go. 23 and 8. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. 23 and 8, but a lot of those were all break-even bets. All right, we're gonna go to, I'm actually gonna delete this one and build a bet. And we're just gonna do 9 streets, okay? So we're gonna go, let's see here, high. I'm used to the French table now so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6, and then we're gonna take this street. Excuse me, move this over here. 6, 7, 8, and we're gonna go 9. There are our 9 streets. All right, let's go. Let's clear this out. I ran clever bets, run 15 hours, 5 double streets, had 8 progressions at 3x. Whew, that's a pretty good bankroll. What were you using? 10 cents? What were you doing? What's up, Marcos from Brazil? Bienvenidos, my friend. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm glad you recovered. All right. Here we go. Down 90 right off the start. This is how the other one started. Why aren't you playing on French today? Oh, you know what? Because the other strategy wasn't going to take advantage of the French. This one isn't either. I'm just showing how I would set it up if we were playing on the French table. And this is the same. It doesn't help or hurt. It doesn't hurt me any. But this is the layout for 9 streets on the French table. But that would give me an unfair advantage, so to speak, on this one. But to make it, easier to see. We'll do one centipede 1 and centipede 4. Man, I don't know if it's just me, guys, but all the time when I'm trying to rename this thing, it will
It's not just you.
it'll take it out of that name and think, what the fuck? Why can't what am I doing wrong here that I can't place that bet? That was kooky.
Save.
Huh?
You forgot to click save.
No, I was clicking this one right here for the French version and it wouldn't place my fucking bet.
Oh.
Let's see if I can get it back here. Hey, look at this. I'm clicking it. It's not placing my fucking bet.
That's really fucked up.
But it drives me nuts all the time when you're trying to name your bets up here and it won't let you, it clicks the mouse out of there. So you start typing, you look up and you're like, oh, where did the fucking cursor go? All right.
So that happens when the table spins and then it gets the results.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I got to start over because I have not doubled up like I'm supposed to be. Fuck, I am like all over the place today. I can't control my fucking mouse. Let's fucking build a bet. All right. Well, I won on that one. We're not going to count it because I only had 6 units out there. All right, let's go. Let it begin. Thank you, Ops. How you doing, Ops? 15 hours is pretty impressive. I've run this strategy, the 9 Street. I've run that. I think it ran for 14 some hours. And it went down in some progressions. It had some pretty big bets there. I mean, hell, the other day I was running it on I was streaming on Discord and it went up to a $200 some bet with a 10-cent unit. So it went up to a $200 bet. So, all right, let's go. See how it plays out. So this doesn't have bangers, but it's going to pay out every time it hits a number. So we'll see. I think the other one is 24, 25. The other one looked like it was close to a 27 number coverage too. If you take the second column, but maybe that doesn't add. I can't remember if all the second columns were covered by the corners. I think they were. So the second column, that's 24 plus the 0 plus the 3. So I think that one is a 26 number system maybe. All right. And I'm not going to play hero progressions on here. I'm going to just leave it. Now that other one did go up 2 units at a time. So fuck it. We're going to go up hero progressions. Yeah, 26 numbers. Okay, yeah. I'm just catching up on some chats here. For 5 streets, Peter says for 5 streets, have played now 3 hours. If lose, I recover 34 numbers in 1 hit and go again. So You rat bastard. All right, we got to switch. Why isn't it placing this fucking bet? Look at this. This is driving me nuts. What's going on with this? So freaking stupid.
I think it was placing it and not showing it, Brent. Your bet's 540, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, so that throws off. Well, no, it was supposed to be 540. I went back to Centipede 1. It wasn't placing these Centipede 3 bets. So yeah, I did that purposely. So no, I don't know what it was doing. So that's like clan. You go directly from 5 streets right to 34 numbers, right? All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna go back down to base. And do you put, so if you're betting 1 unit on 5 double streets and you lose, how much do you go for that? You're gonna have to do you do the full 5 units? So you put 5 units, so you put 40 units down, Peter, on, or no, excuse me, you're doing 34 numbers. How many units are you putting down on each number to recover? I'm curious. Because I recover now the big loss on 066. I'm not sure I'm following you. 066 on my bankroll. All right, let me see if I can understand this. It's easy to use because I recover now the big losses on 0, 6, and 6. 0, 6, and 6. 0, 6, and 6. I don't know what that means, but all my bankroll of 700 was down, so I tried again with 5 double streets, and now I stay on approximately 45% of the big. Now I stay on approximately 45% of the big loss. Not fully understanding what you're saying, Peter, and I'm not. I recognize this is second, third, or fifth language for you, so I'm trying to see what you mean when you say, and now I stay on approximately 45% of the big loss. 066 equals 13 numbers. Oh, you weren't talking about placing it on 0 and 6 and 6. Wait a second. 13 numbers. What the fuck is 13 numbers? I thought you said you went from 5 double streets to 34 numbers. What am I missing? Somebody help me out. I'm slow. I'm also trying to pay attention to my game. What does he mean, 13 numbers? I thought he said he went from 0. Let me read back what he said. I don't know if I have what he said. For 5 streets, have played now for 3 hours. If I lose, I recover with 34 numbers in 1 hit and go again. I don't see anything about 13 numbers. Okay, I mean, I don't care about how we get the 13 numbers. I'm just wondering, where did 13 numbers come from? I missed it because he said he plays 5 double streets. Then if he loses, he goes to 34 numbers to recover. Then he said something about 13 streets. I don't get it. I don't get it. You guys are all cuckoo. I do not understand you. Doman, I understand the 13 numbers, but he didn't talk about 13 numbers. So someone help me out. He does 5 double streets. What do you do after 5 double streets if you lose, Peter? Just let's walk this step by step. You do 5 double streets, you lose 5 double streets. What do you do next? And we did what? 30 spins on the previous one. Yeah, 30 spins. But doesn't align with 34 numbers. I don't even know what that means either. Doesn't align with 34 numbers. I don't know. Crying? What the fuck is crying? Oh, if you lose 5 double streets? All right. Well, Peter, if you're not gonna, I can't help. I can't figure out what you're doing because I need you to respond. What do you do if you lose 5 double streets?
Giveaways up.
Giveaway is up. After first loss on 5 double streets, I play 34 numbers to recover in one hit. 34 numbers need 17 units. Okay. So you're putting 50 cent, for example. You're putting 17, so you're doing splits or something, right? Or you put half units on 34 numbers, or you're doing splits in some. Oh my God, you jerk. Fuck, it won't place this goddamn bet now. Oh my God. All right. Fucking A.
Maybe try refreshing.
Yeah, this is freaking retarded. This is pissing me off. We're gonna have to refresh. It's not allowing me to put this bet in. Let's see if we can get lucky and win this bet. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to refresh because I don't want to start over. All right, but there we go. That's a profit. I purposely made it big. All right, let's go back in. Oh, I see you're saying 13. Yeah, that lost me too. The whole 13 numbers. I don't think anybody knows what he's talking about with 13 numbers, the 0, 6, and 6. I mean, I know what he's saying, 6 neighbors, but where did that even come in? Where did that even come into play? All right, let's see if this is going to work this time. I suspect it will. All right, there we go. And I'm going to take that out. Try the other one. All right, that works too. Let's start it over. All right, what do we got here for giveaways, Can? What are we doing?
We're doing Kino race, and I'm waiting for them to chime in.
All right. Well, actually, what we'll do is we'll just if I profit here, we'll just cancel this and go do the races and come back. But I need to catch up here first. I'm not leaving on a loss. I don't mind leaving on a break even right here, but we're not leaving on a loss. What's that?
Ask them if they can hear us.
Can you guys hear Discord?
Mic check, mic check, mic.
I see the thing moving, so I'm assuming you guys. Can you guys hear Discord? Yep. JT says yep. Spouse says yep.
Ken said they might not be. Not sure.
All right, there we go. That breaks us even. Let's get out of here. So we're doing Keno races. All right, let's go.
FN, for you to participate in the giveaway, you need to have a certain amount of wagered, and you need to be affiliated with Brent. The amount of wagered right now is 5K. Well, it's 7.5 actually. We've upped it to 7.5, and then next week.
No, it's only 7, but that's for next week.
Is it 7? Sorry, 7. And then the following week, I think is what? Is it 9?
Yeah, and then starting July, it'll be 10.
And then starting July, it'll be 10K. Yeah. So that's why you can't see it, because you don't have the roll. And we assign rolls based on the data you get.
So Jason, if you're an insider, you can win 3 per week. On Monday win. Or just go look at the qualifier thing. I put a note on there. The weekly qualifier.
Oh, good. Maybe, Peter, maybe you can explain it to Michelle and speak German to each other, because I just want to know, you play 5 double streets with 1 unit. Fine. You lose. You're going to go to 34 number coverage with 17 units, right? So you're putting 50 cent. Let's just say it was $1 unit. You're putting half a unit on 34 numbers. What does that pay out? What does half a unit on 34 numbers, right? That pays out. Does that pay out 50 cents? So you just lost $5. I'm failing to understand. I must be missing something here. I think I'm missing it. All right, who do we got here? I'm sure you already posted. Buick, Can, Bandom is in 3rd. Broker and Robert Trips. All right, guys, good luck. Let's go. Here we go. All right. And remember, if for some reason I screw up, it's part of the game. It's like, consider me the referee. Consider me the umpire. A football player runs into a referee, they're considered part of the field. So that's how it goes. Love me or hate me for it. All right, let's go. Well, you guys are all you slugs are looking pretty tight here. Let's go, let's go. All right. Tight race. Oof. You'll be the ref. Oh, who's in second here?
I am.
Can is in second.
Of course you are.
Of course he is. Of course he is. Ooh, who's fifth?
Fifth is Robert.
Of course.
Of course, we got 2 mods right here at the finish line. Of course.
Of course.
Robert, tie it up.
He did tie it up.
No, he wants to tie it up. No.
Tie it.
What's that?
Like doubled.
Oh,
Can wants double.
got it.
He wants
Greedy
double all
fucker.
money. I know, right?
Oh, Can does take it. Surprise.
Winner.
Surprise. Is anybody actually surprised? Surprise.
Good run, guys. Congratulations, Can.
Hey, I was waiting for Robert to tie it up, but he didn't want to cooperate with me, okay?
I was willing it, but it didn't happen.
This was my chart. And that's another thing. Why is it on every casino you can't dragging these fucking charts around is such an issue? I don't
Just
get it.
close it and then open it up again.
I didn't say how do I fix it so that it works for a little bit. I'm saying why on every site is it always such an issue for the drag and drop on the live stats graph? Shouldn't be. We should be well beyond that kind of technology. All right. Who do we got next? We got Brad up top, JT second, Alfredo third, Robot fourth, and DCS in fifth. Good luck, gents. Here we go. All right, all right. I'm down $1 on my betting here, so I really would like a 5-banger. But it's not going to give me the 5-banger, I don't think. It's giving me a bunch of 1-bangers. Brad, let's go.
I know, right? Tell my horse to move it.
I know. Jesus. Well, let's not call it a horse. We'll call it a pony.
No. Horse. Watch, I'm gonna break the record. Someone's gonna win. I'm not gonna move.
Well, I think Rob said he had a session where he didn't get off the blocks.
At all?
So
Yeah, I was the first one to be that.
you can
loser.
join the illustrious short list of people who never got off the blocks.
Right?
I think it's pretty
Oh my
shitty that
God.
Can only rigs this for himself. Whoa, there's a 3. Yep, 3. Brad got off the blocks. Was that 21, 22? Were you guys watching?
Let me take a look. Wait.
Oh, fuck. Why am I even streaming my screen if you guys aren't watching?
I
It
am.
was 30.
It was 30?
30.
No.
Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, 2. Who's 2?
JT.
JT. Let's see. 2 races, two moderators. Things that make you go, I'll take rigged fucking games for 500, Alex. Congratulations, JT.
The most.
Congratulations. All right.
Everyone. Got 2 mods.
All right. Let's go finish up my 9 streets. Finally. Finish up the 9 streets. Yeah. Yeah. Send us your resume, send your CV, and we'll take a look. Don't call us, we'll call you. Okay? And there is an application fee, sort of like when you want to rent an apartment and stuff. We got to do a background check. There's a whole bunch of stuff we got to do. All right, let's go. Let's finally get through this. Is it a coincidence or a pattern? I think there is a what we would call dealer bias going on those giveaways.
No, it's not my fault that I gave JT my horse, okay? That's why JT won.
Is that why JT won?
Yep.
All right. Right.
Number 2.
And I am going to, so we're going to try clever bets again with the strats we did yesterday to see if they're working now. And if it is, I'm going to download that strategy that Brad and I were talking about yesterday called Bubbles or Bubbles something. And I just want to run that for a hot second and see what that does. It did look interesting to me.
Today. After your stream, I'm going to stream.
All right. Have you played it yet at all?
Nope.
Oh.
It will be my first time.
All right. So what did Peter say here? Did Peter explain this? Let me go back and see. 34 numbers and 17 units. It's 50 cents a number, paying out $18. Okay. So you're making $1. So you got to do that 5 times? You got to run that 5 times, is what I'm hearing. Huh. 34 units at 50 cents on each unit. Let's just call them units covering 34 numbers. Those pay 2. That pays back two units if your units are 50 cents?
Well, if he's doing it the same way I'm doing it, then it would be $1 per win.
Okay, and that you're doing the same thing? You're putting 50 cents per number for 34 numbers, 17 units?
No, but in a sense, if he's doing 50 cents per unit, then that would equal to $17, which is $1 per win.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And so he has to win 5 times to recover once on the first loss of 5 double streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hey, if it's working for you, Peter, keep going. There's no way in fucking hell that I'm going to play a strategy where if I lose my 5 double streets, I got to put up 17 units. I got to put over 3 times the units and then spin it for 5 times at that high unit, because what do you do if you lose that one next? I'm curious. What's your progression after that one? That's collusion, right, Jimmy? That's collusion. What's up, Carlos? What's up, Carlos? Bienvenidos. So I'm just assuming that, Peter, that you're running that 34 number at 5 times to recover to break even. What do you do if you lose that 34 number hit? What do you do after that? Okay, I don't think he understands what we're saying, or at least I don't think he understands what I'm saying.
Well, I understand what he's saying. He's basically doing half of $17, so instead of winning $1, he's only winning 50 cents.
Okay, then are you saying if Well, was he putting $1 down on 5 double streets?
I'm guessing not. But then it doesn't make sense either because he's also saying that he would win it in one shot. So if that's the case, then he would have to be playing like a penny or something.
Yeah. How much are you putting down on the 5 double streets, Peter?
Or maybe it's 10
cents?
10 cents for the double
10
street.
cents. Gotta be 10 cents.
Yeah, it's got to be 10 cents, which is a 50-cent bet. And then if he's putting basically 50 cents per number on 34 numbers, then he would break even. Yeah, so, okay. All right, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay. We are crushing this 9th Street so far. Okay. Hey, like I said, like I told you, like I tell everybody else, Brad, if it works for you, do it. Do it. Brent, you need to switch back to statistics, please, instead of favorites if you want to run clever bets. What? Oh,
He's saying if you're gonna run,
I usually
clever
just
bets-
close this thing. I usually just close this thing when I run clever bets, but it has to be on statistics. Okay, I have never heard that before. I must have not been listening. That you had to switch this to statistics and make sure it's on this screen. Did you guys know that?
This is the default screen, Brent. This is the default screen.
But did you guys know that has to be on stats?
I just knew it had to be on the default screen.
You knew it had to be on the default screen. Okay.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be touching anything when you're running clever. Like you shouldn't be.
That's not the
playing
same
with
as saying you knew you had to be on the default. Saying I know you're not supposed to touch anything. Those are not the same. Not the same
when
thing.
I launch clever, what I'm trying to say is, when I want to run clever bets, I know the second that I click OK to run it, like that's it. I leave it. So therefore, the default screen is what they want technically. So that's what I mean. Like that's all I knew was leave it on the default screen and don't touch anything else. That's all I know.
For me, I don't think for me, that wouldn't be an assumption that I made. Not touching it, knowing not to go full screen, not touching it, and saying, oh, everything has to be like you just loaded up. Now he's saying with the updates, that's now how you have to have it. So before it did or didn't. Oh, so before it didn't.
Oh.
Now it does
I
need
guess.
this. Okay. Just on the Prague tables or on all tables? I mean, Prague's the only one, I guess, that has this slide out like this.
No, Live 88 as well, I think.
Live 88. So everything or just this one, George? Charbel? Okay, just the Prague tables. All right, let's go. Let's go. Because now it's checking results from there. I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to run it and give it a go.
So go to this, but what results? So go back to stats, right? They said the results. So are you guys talking about the hot and cold? Are you looking at what results are you looking at?
Does it hit here? I've never really watched the screen.
I think that wheel lights up or something.
No,
That's why it takes you out of when you do your favorites and stuff. When you try to name something, it takes you out of that section or whatever.
I didn't see anything light up here, but somehow,
because if you point the arrow to the right, I think that's where statistics will show.
This one?
That's a statistics.
That's stats, but I just think he meant this window
And
in general.
Those are the number histories. Hold on, that's the number history. If they're looking at this number history, then it needs to be on that page. But I sent them a screenshot, and they said this page was okay. So I'm a little confused because they said that they're looking at the stats from there. I don't know. Because if you go to your favorites, you're not hiding the results, which is in the bottom.
So he's saying it's automatic, so I don't have to switch from this screen, George. I could leave it at the screen, and if I launch Clever Bets, it'll automatically click this stat screen and come to this screen. I think that's what you're saying.
Just launch it and everything is automatic.
All right, let's triple up. So Ben asking a question that we normally only get from noobs that join our thing. Why am I playing so low bets? The answer is because we're just testing strats off one another. I'm not I'm not trying to, this isn't me playing for money. We're just seeing how well these do 30 spins on 30 spins. And this is the new way. I'm not going to lose a bunch of money trying to check out strats, you know? 2, 3, double, 1, 2, 3, if that makes sense, right? I mean, even if I'm doing normal play here, yesterday was probably the most I'll do, which was placing a $75 bet. The days of really big bets, even $500 bets, for the most part, for quite a while, those are gone. And I'm doing so much better. My bankroll is doing so much better since I'm just playing like this. All right, we won in one hit. This is the beauty of hero progressions. I don't know if I did it wrong or the graph is wrong. But oh, you know what? I did a 3x, not a 4x. I did not do a 4x. We're going to add a little bit more. I was supposed to do 4x on this one. No, it's not that 9 streets. Ben, I swear, you're one of our most... You're one of the most critical people in here. It's the 9 streets isn't a new strat. We're comparing this 9 unit strategy against the previous strategy that used 9 numbers, make them bleed. That used 9 numbers. So Rob said, hey, why don't we compare that? It doesn't have to be always new strats. We just want to see how these two compare, because the other one went pretty deep, but it also ended up with $9.50 at the end of 30 spins. So we're at 18 spins and we're at 360, but our bets have been relatively small compared to what it was on Make 'em Bleed. So that's always the pros and cons with those banger ones, that you got to be prepared to go down into the weeds. But if you get a banger, then you get some really big, yeah, I am just, no, you don't have to, we're not kidding, Dave Verbeek. I am just as broke as everybody else. I am not losing any more money. I am done. And I'm just slowly building. I have my own schedule of progress that I have on a spreadsheet. And I actually had it pretty aggressive. And then I said, no, let's take it way down, because if I can take it way down and I can go on this trajectory, then by the end of the year, I'll have somewhere around $300,000. I'm going really slow. And then when I'm at 300, from 300 then to 600, and it's going to go faster because I can increase my bets a little bit, but I'm going to still keep them relative to the size, but I'll start being able to get there faster. But I'm going to take the rest of this year just to recover, play by the book as much as possible, and yeah, that's it, and see how it goes. And I'll keep you guys posted along the way of what my bankroll. I'll share my bankroll now and then. I can tell you right now, I've got my overall bankroll. I am back up to around, I want to say, $13,000. I was down low. So I'm back up to about $13,000, which is great. I mean, I was down. I only had a little bit left. After I just got into pissy betting. Don't ever do pissy betting. Grouchy betting. 9 strats is high to coverage, hard to recover. It's I don't think so. 9 streets is 27 numbers. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. I think that's actually pretty a pretty good coverage to you know, the payout, the 3-to-1 ratio. I think for the coverage you're getting, the 3-to-1 is actually pretty good. That's just me. I understand if some people don't like it. Martin, what is your maximum coverage that you feel this is that's the best for what you get? 24 numbers? You cannot do it slow and steady with high coverage. That is 100% factually incorrect. I don't, can you explain the math on me, that one, how you're figuring out? You can do any strategy slow and steady. You just have to adjust your bet accordingly. Even a high risk you can do slow and steady. It just means, to me though, it just means your chance of busting are going to be higher, but you can still do it. All right, let's go. Leon, Brent, look, I got $600 that I'm not going to spend on anything, but I don't know if I want to deposit. I'm not the kind of want to keep my $600, but still want to gamble. Wait a second. I got 600 bucks. I'm not going to spend it on anything. So like, you're not going to buy a car or anything like that. I get it. But I don't know if I want to deposit or not. I kind of want to keep my 600. Well, first of all, Leo, you're not alone. I think all of us, when we have our money in our bank account, we're like, I want to gamble and I want to make some money, but I really don't want to have to use my $600. We're all that way. So, I mean, what's smarter? I can't tell you the answer to that, Leo. I can only tell you 100% confident. If you leave that 600 in the bank, you will not lose it. Okay. But you also won't make anything on it. You might try a hybrid approach. It doesn't have to be 600 or nothing. You could do $100. You could upload $100 and go from there. I wasn't Martin's. Is he talking to me? Why you ask the math behind it? You know how much you lost. What? What is he talking about? Math. I'm asking what math behind what? Martin's has lost me. Martin's not making any sense to me. I don't know what he's talking about. I will stake you guys because I'm not even playing with my own money, right? It's casino money. This is all fake money for me. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, Martins. I'm not asking the math behind anything. I know what the math is on 9 streets. Play with 60 instead of 600. Yeah, Ben's right. I mean, you could, it doesn't have, it's not binary. It's not one or the other. It can be put up $100, put up $100, Leo, and then play really slow and prove that you can do it. Look at the graph already went down before we even, oh no, that was on the previous loss. All right, there we go. Where are we at? 28. We're at 28. We got 2 spins left. We're definitely not going to reach the $9.50 that we got on the other one, but that one went down below water level, I think, pretty decently twice, if I remember. This one had one dip, one big dip. Never really went that much below water level. So, and if we win the next 2 spins with another 60 cents, we'll end up with $6 versus $9.50. I think I will definitely take this one. The other one I put in the I put as a classification as virus, echelon, all those type of things. The fun, if you want to have some fun with ultra disposable. Yeah, I agree with what Dave said that too. If the 600 is important to you, definitely don't put it up to the casinos. Definitely leave it out. The casino money, you should literally be okay with losing. Not that you are happy that you lose it, but you need to be okay that you can lose it. All right, we went 25 and 5. That one went 23 and 8. And this was 27 numbers. That was 26 numbers. So we would expect these numbers to be right about this with each other, compared to each other. And that one got 30% or 50% more profit, but it also was much more volatile. And we were very lucky to hit the 2, the 17, and the 20. 3 of those, we hit those 3 times when we were down pretty decent. So there we go. All right. That's that. I am going to right here real quick. I am going to get bubbles. I'm going to put you guys on. Actually, I'll put you guys on a slot screen real quick. We'll run a slot just real quick. We'll run some spins and we'll do duel at dawn because that's what JT likes. We'll do duel at dawn. We're just gonna spin into it while I'm downloading the clever bets, the strategy called bubbles something. And I just want to run that, but I'm gonna run the ones we did yesterday, the standard fair ones, to see if it's working, because on the corners strat, it wasn't working properly. So we want to make sure it's working properly before we do anything. All right, here we go. We'll just set it on 100. All right, while we're doing that, I'm gonna go download Clever Bets. Yeah, boy, JT. You're gonna say that until I send you an invoice. Then. Come on, Clever Bets website. You're running slow as fuck. It's probably on my end. All right. Clever Bets is having some issues. Their website, but like I said, it's probably on my end, but it's not loading. Okay. Let me go to another website, see if I have any issues there. Okay, no issues on that website. No issues on that website. I think it's just Clever Bets. I'm going to close this window down altogether and start it again. Let's see if we can get in there. Oh, it's not doc. I'm on .org, cleverbets.org. Look. All right, well, maybe I will not be able to load that strategy today because I can't even get on their site today. Can someone else, one of you guys go to cleverbets.org and see if you guys can get to the site? It's just loading now, the main page. Let's see if I can get to it now.
It's loading for me.
It is loading for you guys?
Yep, I'm at the strategy.
Maybe it's on my end because I normally never have any, I normally don't have any problems, so maybe it's on my end. Let's see, let me switch screens real quick. Let's go over to Edge and see if Edge is having any problems with it. And this is going through a VPN.
Are you using .com or .org?
No, .org.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's not having a problem here. So, oh, it's on me. No, I don't have VPN on Chrome. I only have VPN as a plugin on Edge because I don't want my whole computer to be on VPN. So the VPN is only on here. Chrome does not have a VPN, but I don't know. This is kooky. Because I use Adele. Is that what it is? Oh my gosh. All right. Let's bust this out. All right. Let's see if Edge does any better. All right, there we go. Strategies. Let's see, what was this called? Popping bubbles. All right, let's give it a go. Let's add it to our cart.
$13, there's nothing wrong with Dell. I have a Dell laptop. It's fine.
I know. He's just joking. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. He's just joking. Let's go to drafts. right, there we go. Check out. Oh, we won 10 free spins. Sweet. Is that going to do anything for us? All right, downloading the strategy finally.
Who picked this slot?
I did. Well, JT sort of did. Because he likes this slot. So he's sort of to blame.
2 wasted versus. Or you get a full line. Full line.
All right, we have popping bubbles installed. Total win $2.87. But we're down $5 overall.
Right?
What's that?
You spun into that, right?
Yeah. I'm going to use a bio break real quick.
It was just the 3 scatter bonus, so it's just a shit. Although I guess I can pay as well, but...
Okay, let's do clever bets. Let's go. What's up, Greasy Nuggets? Welcome, brother. All right, let's go back to favorites. Get onto a Prague table. How you doing, Greasy? Where are you from, brother? And let's launch Clever Bets. And oh, you're in Oregon. Really? I'm in Oregon. What part of Oregon are you in? You don't have to tell me the city if you don't want to. You can say like west, you know, northwest, central Oregon, southern Oregon, eastern Oregon. All right. Waiting for Clever Bets to come up. It's not wanting to launch. He's my next door neighbor. Oh, you live in Beaverton. Actually, Beaverton is pretty much my next door neighbor. I'm in Newburgh, so Beaverton is like, 20 minutes away. Well, I don't know what's going on, but Clever Bets is not wanting to run, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this. Let me put you guys on static screen real quick. Clever Bets is stuck here. All right, let's close this thing down and relaunch it. No, it's not letting me close it. All right, finally. Whew, that was slow. Okay. Bring that back up, bring that back up, and bring you guys back into it. Okay, here we do raised instant roulette. We're not going to do instant roulette. We're going to go to Prague. Select a strategy. We're going to look for the bubble, popping bubbles. All right. When are we going to get the French table on here, gents? We want the French Prague table on here. All right. Option after the third progression. Follow the winner side. Follow the opposite side. I have to go back. I'll read it to you guys once we get this going. 10 cents. Your exact balance is what? 2011. All right, let's see how that does. Get into table 1. Maximize. Okay, pencils down, hands off. Here we go. What? I was doing an Uber Eats delivery in Newburgh earlier. Oh, you were.
Clever bets.
At first, I thought Donuts was serious because actually I had a delivery not of Subway but of Firehouse Subs in Sherwood, and I was thinking, what? He's the one that delivered my Firehouse Subs? Oh shit! Nice, man. Nice. That would have been wild if that were the case. Like he's yeah, I delivered a Firehouse Sub, 2 Firehouse Subs actually to your house, and somehow that's how I found out about your channel. All right, I'm gonna read this after this countdown's done. I don't want to screw it. That would have been wild, Greasy. Oh man. All right. Let me pull open this strategy if I can get back to it on. All right, here we go. Chrome is now working. Hands off. We got a 33, which is a loss. So we added 2 more double streets. And if you read the strategy, it says I got to tell you, George, the instructions on this are a little bit weird because it says something like add 2 to the side. And I was like, does that mean both sides? But then you say, oh, but it's 3 units. I'm like, okay. Is that 1 on each side? Is that 2 on? And how do you pick the sides? Or it doesn't matter? So I don't know. I'll read it out again here, and maybe I just missed it, but it seemed like it was a little ambiguous. Okay, so we're still covering the same streets here, the double streets. Oh, you just came across it yesterday. Okay. It still would have been wild if you said, yeah, I delivered it and I saw you were wearing a shirt or something, an all-on black shirt. And that's how I knew. Let me read this to you guys. Let me pop it open here. Pop open, popping bubbles. The popping bubble strategy divides the roulette table into left 1 through 18 and right 19 to 36 sides, following the winner side and gradually increasing the bets from a simple line bet to additional line and corner bets if losses occur. So what's funny is we hit 33 3 times in a row, but it placed the last couple bets on the left side. So I'll go down and read it because apparently after the first couple losses, you don't follow the winner. It would have been better if we stayed over there. We would have won maybe. So let me read it after this places bets, because I can't touch my mouse right now. All right, we are up to a 720 bet. Oof, if this is all it covers, or does it expand beyond 18 numbers? What's up, Mrs. AOR?
No, I think it starts at 18 numbers if you read the description.
Well, it starts at 6 numbers, 1 double street, then it adds
6, and then
2.
it goes up, yeah.
So here's what the steps are. Place 1 unit on double street 16, 19. Done. If you win, you just restep. You lose, or you restart, you just start the set. Repeat the 16 to 19 bet with 1 unit and add 1 unit on each of the 2 double streets on the same side. Okay, but it doesn't tell you which side. So either it doesn't matter, or maybe that's what follow the winner and follow the loser, but I thought that said the third stage. So anyway, it just says add 1 unit on, if you lose the first one, add 1 unit on each of the 2 double streets on the same side. Oh, and that didn't even recover in one hit, huh?
No.
Ooh, we're up to a 14. Oh, it lost. Okay,
This is why I'm gonna play this with pennies. when I play it later.
So you add the 2, and I don't know how you determine which side. We'll just let the thing, whether it's follow the winner or follow the loser. But last time it lost, it put it on the left, and then it went to the right after it lost again. So I'm not real clear on that. But if you lose on the second step, you repeat all the previous bets. You add 1 unit on each of the 3 corners. Total 6 units. So it looks like you're not adding anything to the double street bets. Looks like you're just adding to the corners. Now, if you lose on that third one, step 4 is repeat all the previous bets, add 1 unit on each of the 3 corners again, total of 9 units. And you go. Now it says expand corner coverage on step 4, but you're not expanding the corner coverage, are you? Oh, 3 additional. So, okay, so now you're adding 3 corners. On step 4, you're adding 3 corners on the other side. 23, 24, 32, 33, and 17, 18. 17, 18. 2021. Okay, so that's adding to a street that's already covered. So, okay. All right. Are you using a like a VPN, Greasy Nuggets, or a voice over IP, or an actual cell phone, like a Google Voice number?
No, the invite link that I sent was probably expired.
Oh, we have permanent invite links.
I don't know. I don't feel like it works. So whatever.
I'll get it to him. Let's see here.
Well, I gave him a new one. The new one should work.
Okay. Yeah, if you go into server settings under invites or whatever, there's a couple. We have several permanent links. Okay, you got in. Good. Good. Welcome, my Oregon brother. All right, well, let's see how this works out. I'm not willing to go too far in the weeds with this, but you have 18 numbers coverage. And then if you lose after the third bet, you're adding another 8 numbers, because one of the 3 corners covers that same double street that we're covering right now, the 1721. But then you have the 2327 and the 3236. So you add another 18. So you go up to 26 numbers. I like that part. Oh, sorry.
Brent, are you using the right theme for Clever Bets?
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm not. Sorry. Good call. There you go. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you would need a VPN on pretty much. Well, you can play on stake.us if you want to, but if you want to play on any of these casinos, you'll need a VPN, my friend. Daniel's trying to lurk in style. That was the wrong scene for Clever Bets, because Clever Bets is a full screen. So good call. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, stake.us is the only one that you can play without a VPN pretty much. Well, you can do Bet Online. Bet Online doesn't require a VPN. At least when I played it, it doesn't.
Units, I think. Right?
He requested an update to the strat, so it will be slightly different now from the description. We need to get our... Yeah. You need to get your shit together, George and Charbel. Come on. You guys are doing a great job. You guys are doing a great job. Sometimes the descriptions are a little on the funky side. But being that you're writing in English and that's at least your second language, I mean, your guys' second language English is better than a lot of Americans' first English as a first language. Your guys' English is excellent. It's always harder to write it out from the scratch versus someone and going and looking at it, reading it, and making edits. It's always easier to edit something than having to come up with it at the start. Yes, I am diligently working on the website, and I have the phases, and I'm hoping we're going to get the first phase out with the tool coming up here. And there will be a username and login for our website, and that will be linked to our Discord and everything. And then these points, you'll be able to redeem these points for merchandise. There will be more than just merchandise. You can redeem it for merchandise. You can redeem it for bonus buy. You can redeem it for, we're going to try to come up with some cool stuff for you guys to redeem your points. But keep in mind, the way the points are set up is you have to be active. It goes in 30-minute increments. And if you're not active, and I think it lets me have a setting like how many words do you have to have so that you can't just hit an emoji once in a while, but you'll only get the points for that 30-minute period if you're actually active and you make some comments. 7396 watching. Do we have 73? Mine shows 83 viewers.
It's a lot.
Wow.
It's almost 10,000.
What was the person that came in here last time and said they were going to go advertise this? That was really cool. Who was that?
No idea.
You guys remember?
Red probably remember.
Tala or something?
If you have to log into the site, could your developer add saving bets on the tool? Jason, I'm already 15 steps ahead of you. Yeah, that's actually the reason for the login initially. With our points, you'll have to have a login, but because that's in phase 3, I told him I want to be able to save your bets on the tool. So he's like, if you want to save your bets, you can't do it if it's just a generic web page because, so you're going to have a username login. So stage 1 is we're going to get the tool on our site. Stage 2 is once the tool is up and on our site so people can actually use it, we're going to start creating the username and login so you can go in there and be able to have that tool available once you log in, and then you can save it to your things. And at the same time, I'm going to have, after he does that piece, we're also going to have him work on putting all the progressions and all of our Excel stuff, build it into the website so you don't have to download sheets. You don't have to do that. You can just go to the website. I want you to be able to go to the website and just be able to do it right there on the web page, right? That makes sense. I think we'll still have an archive where you can download it in case you want to download it and run it locally and not have to go to the web. Maybe you're going to be off somewhere. So that's that next step. Plus, we have some improvements, overall design improvements, but yeah, and I'm hoping to get the points up. So I am actively working on it. I already hired someone. He's working on this piece, but I got to do one thing at a time, and I got to make sure we get that tool done right before we move on to any other steps. And you get to turn in your points for Brent bucks. Brent bucks. For Brent coin. I'm excited too. Clever Bets. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, and it's always bothered me that we didn't get it. And hey, and again, kudos to Jack Ace for coming up with that concept. If he's the one who came up with it, I don't know if he's the original, but kudos to him. And he said he's coming out with another version. That would be great. The more options that people have, the better. You were saying that yesterday about the login, so no saves. Yeah, because we won't have the login right away, but after we get the tool and we know it's working, I want to let you guys go in and hammer on the tool for a bit and then provide me feedback going, this is what it needs or this or that. And I want to fine tune it over the next couple of weeks And while we're fine tuning it, they're going to be working on the username login piece. And I think for the username login, you'll have 3 choices. You can log in with Google, you can log in with Discord, or you can create an email username and password. For those of you that don't feel comfortable for whatever reason using Google or Discord to do your login. But if you, I have to see, and I have got to talk to Brad and SoCal and the rest of the guys, what do we want to link Discord to the site for? What will happen? And if that's the case, you may end up having to do it anyway. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. It's like Christmas. It's gonna be a new toy. And I know All on Red doesn't want me talking about it, but I gotta just tell you, working on a mobile app, and I'm excited about that one too, because that's gonna have the for now we're gonna call it the Jack Ace tool. It's gonna have the Jack Ace tool on the mobile app, and it's also gonna have the progression chart on the mobile, but built for a mobile, so it's easy to do on the mobile. So if you go into a casino and you're like, oh, I saw these apps, you'll be able to go, and in the apps we'll put all the things in there, and you'll be able to see what those are. Or if you're at the casino and you're like, oh, you see someone playing stuff, you could enter that in the tool, the Jack Ace tool, see what the payouts are, see what it looks like, and then obviously go to the progression calculator and see what you would need for 8, 9, 10, depending on, especially Fibonacci. It's always nice to have a Fibonacci calculator so you don't have to add up all those things that you're going down. We'll see. Yeah. And the reason I know Red wanted to keep it secret, I don't mind, because if someone thinks they can do better, hey, go for it. You know, it's definitely not going to make me any money, because it's the mobile app part's quite expensive. So I don't think that's going to be, that's not an investment for me. That's a pure expense, because I think it'll be very cool, and I think it could be very helpful. The strat stop. Yeah. Strategy's not running. Back to the drawing board. All right. Looks like it stopped on us. This isn't the first. You know, I'm going to let it run a couple, because I've noticed in the past, George and Charbel, that when it stops, sometimes after 2 to 3 spins, it will come up. And the timer stopped. The timer completely disappeared from my screen the other day. It was the weirdest thing. It literally disappeared. The time part disappeared. All right, I'm not seeing it, and I have not touched my keyboard whatsoever or my mouse at all. Okay, let's hit caps lock and see if caps lock even works. What's up, George?
Giveaway though.
George? So an error
Brian, giveaway's
occurred.
up.
All right, let's see if we can close this. So, it's been hanging on me a lot too, trying to get it closed down. Yeah, on Mrs. AOR, on the mobile app piece, the 2 big ones I want right now are to be able to go in and look at strategies and show you the strategies and the layout, the progressions, and then also to have the progression chart and then the tool that shows you the bet placements and whatnot. All right, this is not... all right, let's go up here. Hits this red X up here. Well, it's not red, but I see what you're saying. Where'd it go? There we go. All right. Okay, we finally got it closed. I don't know. I'll test it. We'll run it again, or we'll talk, George. I don't want to use this too much as a testing ground. I was hoping it was going to work, but we'll iron it out. Maybe it's my computer. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. All right, what are we doing for the giveaways, guys?
We're doing marble race.
Marble race. All right,
Race.
let's get over to marble races.
Crazy time.
Nope. Game shows. Okay, crazy time and get to the lobby. Yeah, I know, Dave. Sometimes I got to be quick about it. And I that's why I have the static screen that just has a fixed image. And I need to get more in the habit of going there when I'm switching scenes so that if I accidentally do something where it's showing all this stuff, we don't get busted for it. Okay, let's go to the lobby. Okay, lobby. Let's search for what do we do? We're doing marble races? What?
Yeah, marble.
Okay. Sure, I'll do so after the stream. I'll send you the log file.
So Noah is getting rerolled because he has not chimed in. I don't see his name.
Noah's out of here. All right. So, do we have the color assignments yet?
In a bit, I had to reroll one person.
Right. 12K? How do we have 12K people?
Wow.
Okay.
Someone says
It's the bot.
mine says 83.
Simmons, chime in, and he's here.
My wife called me. Do you not have your priorities set straight, Noah? Come on. Live streams. Just kidding. Oh, just kidding, man. All right. Wow. I want to know who is the guy here that was here last time that said he was going to go post us on some of his Telegram channels. Are you here?
Okay.
I mean, I
we
want to
can start
thank
now.
you if you're here. I'm just. Yeah, I don't know if someone's buying these. I don't know. The bro code.
Brent, we can start.
All right, we're starting. What's the okay? We got TJ's black, Brad is red, George is yellow, Robot blue, Alfredo green, and DCS in white. All right. Ooh, red's up front. Red's chasing the lead. Woo. Oh, it's anyone's game.
No. It's
Ooh, that was a close one though. Between those top three, it was anybody's game. Sometimes you see them, if they get lucky, they drop right down the very middle. All right, Robot, congratulations. You got one. All right, while this is going on, I'm going to run upstairs and grab some grapes.
Sure, go get some balls. So, Brad, are you okay with your color? Red?
They all suck.
No confidence.
Well, look, red is the least, 10%. So no.
Yellow, which is George.
I'm improving second last.
Well, Simmons, the marbles might hate you, but at least you're in the race.
That means you win a lot, like every week. What are you talking about?
Who's yellow? George.
Yellow is George.
All right. Congratulations. You guys ever freeze grapes?
Yeah.
Used to do that. My daughter would love it in the summertime. You freeze grapes, and when it was hot outside, you give them some frozen grapes. And they
But I
loved
only
it.
like doing that with the green one.
Really?
Yep.
What's the difference? I mean, do you like the other colors like normal?
No, I like the green one the best.
Again, second last. Man, I would have won if it was second last every fucking time.
You were second
Hey,
place
that's
on the
better
first
than
one.
Yeah, first one I was second, and now I'm second last.
Well, Brad, if we raced it like maybe like 30 races ago, you would have got 4 in a row.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
Ice wine. Interesting. Never heard of it. I think green grapes are my least favorite. They're like the least flavorful to me. I love these red and black grapes. Oh, yellow's
Dude,
taking
red
it.
just keeps getting stuck. It like hits the freaking plinko shit and it just goes up. It doesn't go down.
All right, so George won the first race. Now we're starting over.
All right, starting over with the remainers. Let's see who's going to be a winner and who's going to be a two-time loser. Greasy Nuggets. What's happening is we drew out of the affiliates. We did a drawing for 6 names. Each of those people was assigned a color, and whomever comes in first place, if you win, the first person to win twice with their marble is the winner for that. And we give out 2 wins. So yellow just won, and now yellow's out of it. So now there's only 5 colors left, and these 5 start over, and the first person out of these 5 to win their marble twice. So black takes 1, so black has 1. So if black wins a second time
last.
before somebody else, black will win.
See, second
Make
last
sense?
again.
TJ.
I said second last for red again.
Means you're due.
Yeah, right. Red won too much before I came along.
So, Greasy, the people that are eligible to race are the people that are affiliates on this casino and have wagered, at this point, have wagered more than $5,000 in the previous week. Next week, it goes up to $7,000 requirement, then $9,000, then in July 1st, it'll be $10,000 the previous week.
Woohoo! Yellow, try to steal it.
Blue and yellow.
Blue is the robot.
Robot. All right. Remember,
There's a hottie who does nothing but
If-
blah blah blah.
we get a 2-way tie, we 10x or 100x the prize.
I believe it was 1,000.
1,000x. We get a 2-way tie, we do a
Come on,
1,000x.
right there with black. Oh, of
But
course.
only on marble races.
Only on marble race.
Oh, of course, red doesn't get it. Green.
Green.
Alfredo.
All right. It'd be awesome if all 5 of you guys had 1 hit. So we
You're talking about
have
Simmons, you got
green,
one
blue,
earlier.
and green, blue, and black.
Yep.
But you only put robot and Alfredo.
You gotta look up TJ's at the top.
Oh, I see. Black.
TJ wins.
Congratulations, TJ. You just won generational, life-changing money. Generational. More than generational. The prizes are up, right? $20. Roulette is racist, huh? Congratulations, congratulations. You know, while we're here, let's see if we can do any better on Lightning Storm today, or Deal or No Deal. There it is. Let's see if we can do any freaking better on Deal or No Deal. All right, let's go. I guess this is not the Deal or No Deal that I wanted. Am I in the wrong place for this? What's going on? Deal or no deal?
You could just search it, can't you?
I did search it. First person, deal or no deal. This is what we want. Remember, we started today out with $2,000. And I say we give a clever bets thing out today.
I thought you wanted to do that tomorrow.
We're going to do one today and tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine. I got
All right,
you.
here we go. We're starting down at 10 cents. We're going to move up. Oh, that's on normal. All right, here we go. Easy. We could not get in yesterday to save our life. Let's see if that continues. All right, finally in. What's up, Freak Storm? How you doing, brother? You ready to give us another $10,000 or $5,000 for giveaway prizes? What's going on here, gang? Come on. Oh, man. And it's not worth my hassle to call customer support. So that sucks. Anybody, has this ever happened to anybody else?
No.
Dang, burn it. I wonder if I go out and come back in, if it'll pick up right where it left off. Let's see if it'll pick up right where it is. The door is stuck, I know. All the Facebook viewers, all one of them, which was, I think, you. Okay, it did get us in. So nice. Come on, we want blues. There we go. 3 blues in a row. 378. Ooh, it's only a 10 and 20. All right, let's just take it. Live to fight another day. There we go. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. All right, let's see if we can get in. Up every 2.
Clever bet giveaway is up.
Good luck, guys. Clever bet giveaway is up. All right. 2 spins. Let's see if we can get in. We have just not done well on this game for a while. Hence, Ruan while we're doing 10-cent bets. Oh, man. I don't know. They've either just nerfed the shit out of the RTP on this thing or something, because it's been freaking horrible now. It's stuck spinning. Waiting for connection. I don't know. Maybe there's an internet thing going on.
How about you change your location to Japan?
Change my location to Japan. I don't think it's a speed thing, but we'll give
Mexico's
it a
not working
go.
right now for you. You know you have a search bar right there, right?
Yep, but I don't want to type. All right, here we go. Too lazy to type.
You guys see how lazy he is?
What the? Oh! I'm looking at the spinning wheel. What is going on?
Just refresh instead of going out and in. Like refresh the browser. Unless you want the graph.
All right, come on now. What does changing your seed do, Greasy Nuggets? I can tell you what it doesn't do. It doesn't make the game any less rigged. Shit, we were in. It killed our in. Dang. Oh, I'm on regular. Oh, sweet. We got in on regular on one. So we'll take it. That makes up for this. Oh, you got to be kidding. Okay, here we go. Right. They said, yeah, we'd let you get in. We'll take the deal. Boom. So Greasy Nuggets, yes. Yeah, so the seed is supposed to be, think of it as like a randomizer. And by changing the seed, you're going to a different randomizer. I'm on normal still. All right, there we go. 2 and up, 2 and up. It makes you win 1 million every time. That's right. It guarantees a win. Guarantees a win. All right, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I hear hella people on YouTube saying change your seed. I don't believe it does anything as far as your overall outcome, but it doesn't hurt either. It doesn't hurt. When your time is up, when the Grim Reaper's coming for you, I don't care what you do. You're done. I don't care what seed you have. Wow, this has been so freaking tough. They're really making it hard. Oh, come on. Baloney. Right. All right, one last one. $10, 2 spins. Here we go. This is it. That ain't it. I don't know. I definitely feel like they've nerfed the RTP. Yes, $10. We're in. Come on. Come on. Let's play. Who's your daddy? All right. Let's go. Blue case, blue case. Oh, 182.62. Let me pull up our graph. Let's just see where we're at here.
No
So
deal.
we're only down 14 bucks. Is that right?
I thought you had 2,000, or you started with 2,000.
I did start with 2,000. So yeah, this is that graph.
Down more than that.
That graph is wrong as wrong.
Yeah, you got more. I said no deal, but that's just me.
You say
You haven't
no
got
deal.
any red one, right?
What's that?
There was no red. Was there any red that
Yeah.
opened?
120. Oh, do you
That's
not
just
see it?
one.
Are you not at the?
I said
Are you
no.
not seeing the screen?
I can see it now.
How much are you down?
I'm
you're
down,
down
60 $6.
Well, your balance is 1904.
Plus is $30, right? I think we get to add that $30 to it.
I mean,
Well, you spent, yeah.
Oh, deal or no deal? What do you guys think? Can says no deal. What do you say, Brad?
It's a hard one, man.
well, if you take the deal, you'll be up in profit because when you went to
Yeah.
here, you're at 2019.
You'll
Right.
be in profit if you take it.
I'm just saying, what are the chances that we have one of these bad boys?
The question is, if you get a shitty deal, what you gonna do after? You're gonna keep playing? You're gonna move on?
No, I'm done here. This
That's
is it because this has been tough sledding for us.
Oh, okay. So then, take it. It's
Take the
tough
deal?
sledding. Just take the profit.
All right, we're gonna take it. This is gonna be a banger in here. Yes, good call. All right, let's get out of here. We're at 2086, so we're up a little bit. Let's go play Lightning Storm. All right, let's see how this one's treating us today.
And broker is the winner of the clever bet.
Congratulations, broker. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the Clever Bets family. You get one free strategy and the application with that, my friend. You guys remember Indiana Jones, was it the 4th? Indiana Jones 4, where the Nazis, and they go find the Holy Grail, the cup, and they're like, first guy chooses the one with bling, and then Harrison Ford, they're like, and he, choose wisely. All right, here we go. The last one was odd. We're gonna go odd. And 15 there. All right, $25 bet. Let's go. See what we can do here. Could this be our lucky day? All right, we're looking for an odd, folks. All the good multipliers. Oh! The Last Crusade, that was it. Thank you, Daniel. Rob says, I think you're better off most times staying static on your bets on Lightning Storm. Okay. I don't think so. I don't think it really matters. It's all luck. You could get on a good run of the same. You could be ping pong. Oh my gosh, they were close to that 100. They got it. They got the hundy. Wow. Very nice. Been cool to hit that one on the very first spin. Nice. Very nice. All right. We're just going to stay static then. Rob said, stay static. We're just going to stay on odd. I'm listening to him. Listening to Rob. Here we go. And we're going to Martingale. Am I saying I'm the old guy? Yeah. I'm the knight who was left there for all those years in that cave to die. To guard it. He didn't do a great job of guarding it though, you know what I mean? Was it really necessary? All right. Let's hope it stays on odd and doesn't go to an even. Come on, odd. Phew. I was going to curse Rob's name right there. Greasy, I normally use Mexico or Japan. I'm on Japan right now. I don't know if that was the issue we were having before, but I normally use Mexico. All right, repeat the bet. All right, come on now. Give us a banger. Been a while since we had a really good banger on this one. We got into Lightning Storm yesterday, but it only gave us, we got a $35 payout, 35x multiplier. Keep going. Nope. Lost on that one. Rob. We would have won. Although this one's a loser anyway, but we wouldn't have lost as much. Canada. If you use Canada, you'll be able to play some games, but it won't be able to play a bunch, so don't use Canada. Oh my gosh. Rob, that was a 72. If I'd stuck with following the winner, we would have just won a 72x. Fucking Rob. All right, this is our last one here. 100. I'm not going to go beyond 100. Rob just cost me $144. Rob. Show you the stats. That's sent. This is it right here. All right, come on, what's happening? I sort of on this game always kind of this game mostly gives me these things. I know I didn't have to listen to you. Lesson
You and
learned.
your country internet.
If I went what?
I said it's you and your country internet.
It might be my country internet, but I don't think so. I got good speeds for here. I got 1 gig down and I've got 40 up. I think Rob needs a timeout. He needs a timeout and an invoice. I'm garnishing your wages, Rob. All right, come on, give us a banger of an odd here. Oh, there was 13.
You mean his $0
Keep
wager?
us. There we go. Rob could have redemption here. We're gonna have to beat $174 though. That's gonna be a tough multiplier. We're not gonna get a 174x multiplier or a 72x multiplier. But we could.
Okay, so Robert, the next time you win a giveaway, I had to take it away from you, okay? Because, yeah.
Yep.
Brent
Oh,
says so.
fuck off. Wow. That's so lame. All right. Well, let's go win this back the old-fashioned way. We earn it. All right.
Rob, how much was it? 170? So I got to take away like 8 giveaways or something like that?
It's it cost me $174.
Okay.
Oh,
so
no, excuse me,
9
$144. It was a 72x multiplier and I had a $2 bet on there.
Okay, then let's just go with 8.
I have very good speeds for a 52-year-old, 53-year-old. All right, let's go play some games here. Let's get our money back. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We'll just run down the gauntlet here, starting with 5 double streets for 50 bucks. All right, let's go. All right, 5 double streets, here we go. Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah, if we have a low turnout for Friday, I think we'll go threat level 5 for once. If we go threat level 5, Dave Cook, you better be ready to go threat level 5. Because we're not going to literally just go on all in everyone, but the very first spin would probably go all in the very first spin and get some bankroll built up. We could do a 5 double streets. That'd give us 200 bucks right off the bat if we win that one. All right, let's get our graph up. And go down the line. This is 15. This is $30 Gladiator. All right, Alfredo's in for a hundy, huh? Another 500 from Dave Cook. Yep, style. That's right. Can you blame him though? I mean, look at the history. We got, what did we get? We got 50% day one. The next session it was 10%, then 100%, then 60%, then 50%. That was the return. The lowest being 10% return on your investment. Oh, so close. The history is solid. The history is solid. Now there is a little asterisk on the 1 day because we went I blew all the money right off the get-go, and I had to pull in some money. I ended up losing like 4,500 bucks on the day. Whatever. You'll be in tomorrow? All right, no pressure, guys. Yeah, this one is covered for 0. So this is the Gladiator version. It's basically 1 less number than the 5 double street version, but it makes 0 a super banger, but 2 and 3 are also a banger. On the 5 double street version, 2 and 3 are not extras. Let me see what else I got in here. I think I got rid of most of these. So we're just going to have to go back and forth with a couple of these. 5 double streets and Gladiator. I got rid of them because I needed to make room for testing these other strats. But we could add 9 street to it if we wanted to. I'm going to have to clean this up because I like having my musical strats. I haven't played that in a couple days. Gotta love dice. Yeah, I need a pacemaker for sure. All right. 36 bucks. We're going to bump over here to 5 double streets again. My DGen wagering had its benefits other than aging me a couple of extra years. Yeah, I know what that's like. I know what that's like. I remember, I don't think I showed you guys. So I got my dolly, right? My roulette dolly. Remember I told you my idea that I want to have a pressure sensitive pad down here that when you set it down, it turns on a little glowing strobe light in here. I'm going to see if I can make one that's pressure sensitive. So when you set it down, it glows the light on there. Just to make a sample. I think it'd be fun. Oh, that 2 would have been nice. Oh, 2 would just, this one pays the same. So we're just going to modulate back and forth between these two for a little bit. Red says, I'm doing great. Every Friday I gain a little momentum. All right, that's good, man. Are you responding to somebody? Did someone ask Red, how are you doing? Or is that how you just storm into a chat, Red? I'm doing great. Red comes into a party. I'm doing great, everybody. I'm just kidding, man. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're gaining a little momentum every week. That's awesome. Wait, what a second. This is a $30 bet. Going back up to the $50 bet. I know. You just came in here. I'm doing great, everybody. You were 1.5 hours. Oh, did someone ask you an hour and a half ago, how are you doing, Red? And he just comes in and says, I'm doing great. I've been doing the roulette strat where you put 1 cent on every number 4 through 30. 4 through 30. Okay. Every number on 4 through 30. Every number? By like, are you covering the streets or are you putting like 1 unit on every number? Are you putting 27? Are you covering 27 numbers between here? Or are you just doing the 9 streets? And set increase on loss to 280. Wait a second. So you're putting down 27 units. And if you lose, you're going up to a total of 280 units? How do you get to 280 units? Isn't that 27 number coverage? What'd you say? 7, 4 through 30. Yeah, it's 9 streets. So you're covering 27 numbers. How do you get to 280 units? Well, 280%.
Probably doing digital roulette.
Got it. 280%. Okay. So you're in between like a 2x and a 3x. So if you win that one, that gets you almost recovered in one hit. Why 280? Why not? No, excuse me. 280 is 3.8, a multiplier of 3.8. So you not only do you break even, you go up by 0.8. 0.8%. Your boss is coming to pick you up at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, so I better not oversleep. All right, JT, have a good night. I hope your boss, when she gets there, I hope you guys have a good time. All right. It's back and forth.
That's what happens when he's 2 cars broke.
2 cars broke?
Yeah, both his cars are broken.
I mean, I like that. So, Greasy, are you actually covering 30 numbers or are you just playing the streets? I'm sorry if you already answered that. Because you can do the same thing, just covering the streets. It's just 9 street setup. I don't know, Ben. I was just giving him a bad time. Derek, you picked up a new car today? What'd you get, man? On stake? Yeah, you absolutely can play streets on stake. 100% you can play streets. Are you playing digital? If you're talking about you're playing the digital originals roulette, then yeah, stake doesn't let you play. And I really hope you're not playing digital roulette. Oh, I really hope you're not, man, because that's that's one of the worst offenders over there on stake is a digital roulette. So anyway. Oh, you got a Honda CR-V. You know, those are actually really nice. Actually, I actually rode with a coworker. Now this was like 5 years ago. She had a brand new CRV, and I was actually surprised about how fast it was. It actually had some serious pickup and go for a kind of a small SUV. It actually went. It drove really, really nice. I mean, but are you really surprised? I mean, Honda, Toyota, but luckily, luckily, you know, I think the American companies have bridged the gap really well. But maybe some feel they're there or not. I feel they are pretty darn close now. But Honda definitely, no doubt, they know how to build cars. I'm excited for Toyota and to see what kind of hydrogen stuff they come out with. You know, that could be really exciting.
Yeah, because Toyota doesn't like electric cars. They're
right. I think they were right with the hybrids. I think that we just didn't, even though I love my all electric and it has plenty of range, it's just so much battery and it's just, I don't know. For trucks, I really like hybrid trucks instead of just full electric. Just doesn't make sense to me on a full pickup truck if you want to use it for actually towing and going places. I can't take an electric truck camping.
Because hydrogen is actually clean.
Yeah, it does take some electricity. It's just not going to take as much, not nearly as much, but it'll still need electricity.
Right.
You can get live roulette at 1 cent or 6 cent minimum. Oh, so you're on digitals. Why don't you go to the regular table? It's 10 cent mins. Is 10 cent too much for your bankroll? I understand if that's the case. That's fine. Boom, there's a banger. That was a banger. All right, where were we at? 21. Look at it. We're all the way up to 2138 plus 50. We're up to 2188 right now. Not bad for fucking around. When we're done with here, I'm going to go and I'm going to run you guys through my my mind strat. And I've been doing really well with it. I've only played it in short sessions with a low starting bet. Oh, you've been on stake for a month or so. Okay. All right. You're good, man. If it's working for you, just please be very careful of those digital original games on all these casinos. I promise you, they're rigged. It'll let you win for a while. Once you get going, it's going to nail you. I promise you. When I first started playing, people said the same thing to me and I didn't fucking listen.
Brian, I want to see how fast you can get 2,500 wagers.
Okay. We'll get there pretty quick. Like I told you, I got to it earlier pretty quickly.
Also,
No,
what,
you have
what
to
would
use
your
our
recommended
starting bet, though.
what would your recommended bankroll be though for $1?
You had to do a 15-cent starting bet with $100 or $200 if you want.
Why would I go that low?
Really?
I'll put a $500 bankroll in and we'll do a $1 start. I think that's reasonable. And I personally don't think we'll even get close to it. At least hoping that I have the same luck that I've had so far. But we have the live stream curse.
Then 2,500 with a $1 starting bet, I guess.
How about 500 with $1?
$2,500
I won't even go 25. $500, $1 starting bet. I hit for $700 on my first online casino, which was Cafe Casino. Never heard of it. So I just started looking into other sites after that. Ah, got it. Got it. Yeah, stake.us, it used to be way better. And since a lot of states are pushing regulations not to allow stake.us, I think there's 9 more states coming online that are trying to sue it and stuff like that. Oh my God, you jerk. All right.
I'm gonna tell you to bring your friends.
All right, this is our last bet. I have my third progression rule here. We lose this when we stop. And now I was playing stake dice and holy shit, the instant graph sucks. It's terrible. I mean, it's beyond terrible now. It's so bad that I have to make sure I go to my balance and set it for an even number so I can look up at the balance and just keep track of where I'm at.
US, right?
Yeah, on US. It's so terrible. It's literally like they just don't give a shit about the .us site anymore. Oh, we would have taken that 0. That would have been an instant recovery. But we'll take the win.
So
We'll take the
close
win.
to that 0.
What's that?
I said so close to that 0.
So close, I know.
Yep.
Nova says why it's so bad. Stake.us. I mean, this is just guesses on our part. We don't know the actual, but because a lot of the US states are starting to clamp down on stake.us being legal, I'm just wondering, we are all thinking that they just stopped investing in their site. They don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, that's just a guess. I don't know. Oh, phew. All right, we're calling it quits here. We're going to take our $100 and get out before we do something else.
Yep.
Let's go to originals. Pull this chart down here. And I've been playing the unoriginals.
Yeah, I think that one's faster.
What's that?
The unoriginal is faster.
Yeah, it actually, for me, it goes at a really good speed. It's actually a really nice speed. Sometimes it goes really fast, though. It's crazy. Sometimes it'll literally just go, I mean, bananas fast. All right.
Vault
We're just-
your money. Vault your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, put in like
Yeah.
your 500 or whatever.
What's that?
Yeah, just play with 500 or whatever you said you were.
All right. What do I have now? All right. What do I got now? Where's my bankroll? That needs the update. Okay. Come on. 578. Close enough. Okay. For those of you that don't know, what I do here is I set it on auto. Now, normally when I play, I set it on auto and I don't do any of these things here. And when I lose, I'll either double for like 3 hits or I'll double for 1 hit, then come back down to base bet. What I've been doing here is I've been increasing 315 just like on my dice strategy. And it seems to be, and then I'll let it run for a while. Once it hits once on 315, it's going to return back down to base bet. So oftentimes I'll win, lose. But because I'm returning back to a base bet, and because I'm doing almost a little over a double, my line stays pretty flat, and then it'll start taking off. Anyway, so far, let's see what happens here. I'll move this over a little bit so you guys can see. It's just going to cover up a little bit of that, but you'll still see where it hits. Doesn't matter. You're looking for here. All right, let's go. Oh, I do got to set this on instant bet. And okay, we got a bet in here. So there was a loss.
Timer on. And Brad, for him to be equivalent, he would need to get about 10,000.
1,000 what?
10,000 bet or 10,000 wager.
What do you mean? I'm
Like
only
if-
looking for 2,500.
I know, but I'm scaling it up because you know how we start at 15 cents or whatever?
Yeah, but I want to see if I can do it with $1.
Oh, you're right.
I want to see.
I said
how
3
fast
mines
it
or 2.
takes.
We did pretty good with 3 mines, didn't we?
I'm sure you can do it with $1. I mean, yeah, you can do it with $1. It's just riskier. That's what I think.
Yeah, of course. Smaller bankroll.
You like if you're gonna do what Brent does, then it's fine. But if you're doing what you're doing, where you have that stop loss of 950 or whatever, it's not gonna work.
No, I know. The stop loss.
You have to change the stop loss to like $50.
So even though we're still down, we haven't recovered. Most of the time, I'll just let it play out unless I get really low. Like we got 2 hits in a row and then another hit there. So most of the time, if I'm above water level, I'll just let it play out for a while. And then if it looks like I'm not getting traction, I'll double my base bet to $2.
So delayed. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, the graph is
That's my
slow.
problem.
The graph is definitely
That's
slow.
a huge problem because it's like, how are you gonna know when to bet, where you at, you know?
It's giving us a lot of whacks here. And it went through a stretch earlier this morning where it went through a lot of whacks, and I just leave it alone like this, and it recovered really nicely. And so for a wagering, I like this because if you just leave it alone and let it go up once and then come down to base bet, you could, once you get up, you can let it, wow, look at all those whacks. You can literally just leave it alone and stay above water level and just watch your graph and get some pretty decent wagering in. Man, it is giving us a lot of hits right now. Look at that. It is whacking the shit out of us. But we're still above water level for a moment. Like I said, if it starts floundering, sometimes I'll switch to manual, or I'll just increase this up to $2 to $4 after it looks like it's kind of cleared out of this really terrible pattern. Man, we're getting a lot. Look, that's a triple whack. Oh, wow. Yeah. They have definitely said, okay, enough of this nonsense. And my graph is totally stopped. Look at that. Now it's catching up. All right, stopping this, and I'm gonna go a double for a little bit. Stop it. Oh, I just stopped it on a whack. Dang it. Stop it. Come back down. Stop it. Back down. Let it run for a bit. See, sometimes it goes really fast for a second. It's crazy. And my graph is literally stuck again. What's that?
Okay.
I was telling Brad, I think it would take about 15 minutes.
To get 2,500 with $1?
Yeah.
My graph is totally not even updating.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like for me, I'll be going freaking nuts right now.
That's why I normally start out with an exact even balance so I can just look at my balance and know exactly where I'm at.
I know.
Good, but yeah, this is frustrating that I don't know what my exact, because I don't remember what I started out with up here. I mean, it was a little over 500.
I told you to vote, but somebody didn't want to listen to me.
I did vault money.
some.
What are you talking about?
Not 500. Like,
He
vote where
didn't
you
keep an
own.
Oh,
exact
you
500.
weren't saying it had to be an even. You didn't say that. You just said vault, and I did. It was close enough. The graph normally works here for me. This graph is sucking right now.
So what's your bankroll at? You're at
585. I think I started with less than. I'm pretty sure I started with less than 585.
I will go back and look.
But the thing is you can't tell how much you've wagered. That's the problem. You can tell your
That's
profit
true.
and loss, but
That's
you
true.
can't tell your wager. So I was like, how the fuck, where am I at now? And then even if you request statistics, I mean, they don't even freaking have that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad that the freaking wagering is off right there. Once Can tells me what we were at, I'll refresh this and stop it. I'm kind of curious what our starting bankroll was at the beginning of this thing.
So you vaulted 1,600.
It was 5 something. I thought it was like 532.
I'll find out in a bit because the way it's cropped on YouTube, you can't see it. So I had to do math.
You should see it right next to the manual auto sign though on the game.
No, it's kind of chopped off. It's
Oh, it
okay.
is?
I just gotta wait for
Oh.
this one roulette spin.
You can reduce your bet to $1 if you want.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna leave it for a second.
Oh, there
Man,
goes that experiment. How long it takes.
no, I'm pretty sure we're in the positive. Because I don't think we had 589 or 580. I don't think so. But even if we did, I know we didn't have 600. That's for sure. And we're approaching $600 right now. Well, $9 away.
I have to go back to the video because you actually said how much. I would have to mute you in here. And just...
So I don't know if this graph is catching up because it just bumped up. It went on a big run up there.
No, I think it's just resuming from where it was
Well, he'll see when he
Like,
tells
you
us our
started-
basic. If this profit equals what Can says it's going to be, then we know the graph will
started with-
probably be.
578.92.
That was 3 losses in a fucking row. How much?
578.92.
All right, 578.92, and we have 585.
You're up 6.
And the graph is lagging. We lost like 3 in a row, so the graph will be lower. So it looks like the graph is fairly accurate.
No.
I think the graph is, once it adjusts and brings us down, it looks like it'll be pretty close, I think. If it'll adjust. Come on. And once it adjusts, this wager went up a bunch of times. It's just like lagging so bad. I don't know why. All right, approaching back up to 590. I think we're at 592 was our high.
If you lose 4 in a row, that's a loss of $93.
$93?
Yeah, total loss.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah,
Just
depending
close
on
the graph and
bankroll.
reopen. It should be all right. All right, let's give that a go. Nope. That's not doing it either. It was wishful thinking, Darka. I wish it did. We're at 493. I know we're making progress because I'm just watching up here at our total balance. We're making progress. And so this is saying 20. I'm sorry, Can, what was our beginning balance again?
578.92.
All right. So this hasn't taken into account some losses or whatever. This is a little higher than what our actual is.
Your wager is in the 1,000, over 1,000.
Right. And I mean, not a bad looking graph. This was actually a pretty bad session right here. That's the worst I've had. Otherwise, this thing has been pretty solid and we're at $1,000 wagered already. And the reason I like this speed right here, this is a really good speed to me because you can have time to stop it. Or maybe, oh, there's 2 in a row. We've had a lot of that double wax. Maybe we need to change the seed. All right, let's see if we can get to 600 bucks and we'll stop. 600 bucks. We're at 597.61. Sorry, I have it cropped, but you guys can't see this up here. Let me see.
What's your balance?
598, but I'm not sure if that's accurate.
There.
It is. The balance is accurate.
Why would this balance not be accurate?
The balance is accurate. You
I mean, maybe not. We'll see when I get out of here. Then if this 598.57 is inaccurate, then it'll...
No, it's accurate.
Okay. I mean, we're almost hitting 600.
Every single time. Regardless if graph is working.
Wow. Some serious bangers right there.
That's $17.
Man, now it's really whamming us. Come on, I just want to get to $600.
Have you seen it lose 4 in a row?
I don't think I've lost, but it may have because sometimes it just happens so fast. All right, let's make a run right here, right here, right here. And actually, you want 2 in a row. If you're going to get whacked, you want them in a row so the multiplier takes effect when you do win. Because if you win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, you'll get almost back up. I mean, it'll be pretty level, but you'll slowly step down. That's what I kind of like about going all the way down, going up to a 4.15 multiplier and then coming down to base, because if you lose, win, it kind of stays level. All right, there we are. Oh, shit. Boom.
Over 600.
Over $600. And we know that we have at least, and this didn't move that much for a long time. We just did, I don't know, somewhere around $1,000+ in wagering, and we're up money. I don't have to go somewhere else to recover. I've always contended that this, if you want to do a riskier, faster wager strat, I've always said that the mines is the way to go, because I've seen the Plinko videos. They do Plinko, and then you got to go over here to recover. I don't want to recover. I don't want to have to go somewhere else to recover. But this is just me. This is the way I've been doing it. And sometimes I'll come in here for real short periods of time and I'll do $5, but I don't really do the originals much anymore. So that's that. Anybody got any other thing they want to see? If we don't have any other things, we'll call it a day. Anybody? Was there anything that we said we were going to do today that someone wants to see? Favorite way to lose money. Right. Yeah, I don't doubt it, Woo. I mean, these are all rigged. You got to have plenty of progressions. That's why, I mean, I used to play this with 20. If you go back to my videos, I did this with $25 units and was getting up to 50 to 100,000 wagered in 20 minutes. But obviously it can super expensive. With $1, you can do quite a bit and stay under a couple $100 on this strategy. And to me, that's worth it. Oh, you want to go play some craps? Sure, let's go play a little bit of craps and wrap this up. We all have PTSD with originals, Alfredo. Do I trust first person or do I think it's rigged? First person? Like, which game specifically are you talking about? Yeah, let's go do $500 base bets with dice.
Giveaways up.
Yeah, we'll be doing the strategy tomorrow, and Brad will play can strategy. Thank God I don't have to come up with saving a bazillion fucking favorites and remembering the algorithm for a black hole and the all that kind of stuff. What do they call that of the event horizon? I don't have to worry about the time, the event horizon, doing that strategy. I'm just gonna do 5 double streets. And I think what I'm doing is, I mean, I'm going to play 5 double streets, but I'll just fuck around with it. I'll just go as if I just want to play, but I am going to play Plague. So I'll play it missing the same streets that they do, just so we can see, because one comparison will be the recovery, right? But my base unit won't be $1. Or yeah, Brad's going to use $1 base bet. Mine will probably be like $1.80 or $1.60, somewhere in there. So we'll see how that plays out. Oh, come on, give us a 2, because then that would be a double. This fucking graph isn't working either. Gosh dang it.
I feel like you should do $1 5 double street and then copy our second one, which is $15. And then after that, you can do whatever you want.
I mean, we can, but part of the idea that I was saying is because you opt to go in for a huge recovery on step 3 and 4, high coverage, I can have a higher base bet and just keep with the 5 double street recovery. And because I'm also not going to sit out, I feel like I can take advantage of not having that extra coverage by increasing my base bet was my point on that. But we could also do, 5 double street, where I am just it would just go into step 3 and 4. That's fine, but we're gonna do it several times, so we can play it different ways. Oh crap, here we go. We lose. No, he hit an 8. How did we lose on that last one? I don't think we lost.
Lose, Brent. It always does that. I told you a million times. Your field bet loses, so it goes up and then goes back down.
Well, that's dumb.
Yes, the graph is always done because the way it counts your wager here, because the way the wager counts, it doesn't consider the $70 as a wager. It only considers the wager based on what win or what loss. So if you lose everything,
No, I get
then
it.
it counts as a $70
I get it.
wager. So that's why the graph is the way it is, right? So it shows that you won your 6 or 8, but then your field bet lost, so then it goes back down. That's why it does that.
No, I get it. It's just when I play it, normally I see it go up and down. Let's see, what do we got? I don't have time. We're going to just martingale the field for a second. What's up, Alfredo? Congratulations. $20 winner. Simmons, $20 winners. Wow. So, what did we just hit here? 5. That's a loser. So we're going to martingale the field here. So, DCS and Alfredo, did DCS chime in? Oh,
yeah, he
yep.
chimed in. DCS
Simmons chimed in. Okay. Congratulations, guys. $20 each. Oh, that's a 7. Doesn't matter to us. It's just another number. We need to hit these numbers down here. All right, let's go. Maybe the graph's in there and just not paying me. If someone's got a fairly simplistic strategy they want to see me play here, let me know. I'm willing to do it. It's got to be, if it's super complicated, I'm not going to do it. That's a 10. That should be a win. Boom. All right, we're up $36. All right, here we go. So I'm building my bankroll here so then we can go play either the dark side or 4 bullets, the Arnold or 4 bullets. But if someone else has something they want to see me play, I'm willing to play it if it's fairly straightforward. 7. All right. This one gets expensive in a hurry if you double like I do. And we need 2 wins. This one freaking crushes you if it gets 7s back to back. All right, we'll take a 4. This is when you hope for a 2 or a 12. This is when you hope for a 2 or a 12. What's the max bet on the field? Good question. Let's go take a look. $500 on the field. So pretty low, but I mean, it's only $1,000 table. So you can't go very high. Boom! All right. We'll take that. I think I might have accidentally doubled when I wasn't supposed to. Maybe.
Very possible. Very possible.
Very possible. I do it all the time. When I'm streaming like this, I don't do it when I'm playing on my own. I love craps. I actually play it in VR. I actually play it in VR. Is that like the headsets? The virtual reality headsets?
Yes, that's what
Is that what you're talking about, Derek? Now, are you actually hooked into a real casino playing it, or is that like a game? Well, Ops, you would know how to play craps if you went over to AOB University. I have 2 videos on craps over there right now. One video is already there. One video is dropping tomorrow. What happened to 2K balance? I vaulted it because we were doing a mines, auto mine strategy for a bit. So I vaulted it and put most of it away and left out $580. So we're up to 668. So we're making money. All right, let's even get to 100 and you only need 6 blacks in a row. Piece of cake. And you know, with my track record on blacks, all on blacks, you know, that's like solid. That's like guaranteed money. All right. You know what? I'm going to pull these down. We only need like $2. I'm going to pull these down. I'm going to go in at $1. All right, let's pull it down. We're gonna do $2. That would get us to our $100. All right, we got our $100, $100 profit right here. So I'm gonna yank these, and while we're waiting for the point to hit, so we can start again, we'll start here. So no one has a strategy they want me to play, huh? All right. Would you guys rather see the Arnold, or would you rather see that? Or what we could do, oh, there's a double banger, and we only had this covered. Nice. We just made $10 on that. I'm going to pull this down right now. I'm going to go into $1 because we're just kind of cruising. We're just kind of cruising in. Oh, trust me, I know, Dave. Overall, I do pretty well with craps with the Iron Cross, especially on these tables where you can pull your bets and be really fast about it. So what we could do is, I know that some people play, we could use 50-cent units. They put a unit on all of these, and then when it hits, they keep pressing their bets. Or they take profits until they equal what they have up there, right? Until you get like 6 units profit, and then you start pressing so you have your original money back. So we'll try that in a little bit, see how well that goes. We'll wait till the point hits. We could do it right now, it doesn't matter. We'll wait till the point hits. Minimum bet is $1 on the field. No, there's a 50-cent here, Dave Cook. So you can bet 50 cents if you want. Oh, I got some exciting news. You guys are gonna piss your pants over this one. Okay, the field titter. I'll be right back. So, I told you my dollar store wasn't carrying my favorite drink anymore. And I had to go to another dollar store at a town way out by my mom's. And it's actually, my mom's about 35 minutes away, and this town's another 20 minutes past that. I went into my dollar store because they haven't been carrying it. And I walk in there, and they have the shelves stocked with a bunch. So I go up to the guy working. I'm like, hey, do you have any of these still in cases? Because I want to buy all that you have, and I don't want all these loose bottles like last time. He's like, let me go back and check. And he comes back. He goes, yeah, we got a bunch. How much do you want? I said, I'll take it all. And he's like, well, he comes out with like 4 or 5 cases and says, the rest of the cases are behind more stuff. I said, don't worry about it. Just give me what you got right here. He was really cool. He was like, do you want all the ones on the aisle? And I was like, well, I'll just take this for right now. And I'll be back tomorrow. So I got over 4 more cases of my drink. All right, there's a loss on the field. The first loss in a while. You just pissed yourself, Jimmy? I told you, be careful. I told you. Oh, 7. All right, well, that's out of there. We're going to just go ahead on 50 cents, and we're just going to place a bet on all these. Okay. And I'm going to start this over. Not bad. $111 up on that last run. We did lose that last one, but it was only total of $3. Yeah, this is Perform X, and it's got the coconut water, and all the other ingredients are pretty good. All right, so we're looking to make 6 wins. And once we make 6 wins without a loss, then we can start pressing our bets. Yeah, let's see. Let me read it to you what it is. So it's 10% coconut water. All right, there's 2. My eyes are bad. Potassium, magnesium, vegetable juice for color, potassium, D alpha, whatever that is. Vitamin E. Man, it's on a groove too. Retinol. Oh, but man, look at these. Potassium. 1170 milligrams of potassium in the bottle. 440 milligrams of vitamin A. 7.5 milligrams E. 5.6 milligram B6. 7.9 of B12 and 210 milligrams of magnesium. 210. That's really good. All right, we've won 3 so far. We've won 3 of these. I started playing Iron Cross from Casino Matchmaker. Wasn't terrible. Good. Good. I like Iron Cross, man. That's literally when I started doing when I first started playing craps. I was playing and there was this guy at the table. He looked just like a slightly older Denzel Washington. I mean, and his name was Clarence, and super nice guy. And I started playing craps with him, and he was so cool, and he was just kind of showing me things. And he went on a massive roll because he was like, "Listen, I want you to start pressing your bets because I feel it." And he did. He rolled for like 45 minutes, and I made a bunch. Anyway, how many we got? 5. One more win, and we can start pressing our bets, folks. No, Amazon doesn't have it, Simmons. The only place I've been able to find it is the Dollar Tree. And if you go to the Perform X website, it's literally like just a single page. But you can try going to the Dollar Tree online, and they'll let you order stuff and send it to a store. Now, most of the stuff, they'll let you send it to the store for free and pick it up. All right, we just won that. We're going to start pressing our bets. And I'm obviously, well, not obviously, but why do we have $1 up there? Is the minimum $1 bet? Wow.
No, it's 50 cents.
How did I get to? I must have accidentally hit 2x. Let's bet one more time and I'll pull it. Does this stuff make me feel good? I like it. I like it, and I feel like it, but fucking knows. It could be in my head. I don't know. All right, let's pull these. Hey, jerkweeds, get a clear all button. This is ridiculous. All right, we'll just wait for the next round. Now I'm going to start pressing my bets because, and I'm going to go to 50 cents. We have more than, I mean, because I had $1 up there, this will be 3. We only need $3. All right, here we go. So we're way in house money. This is only $3. We're up $9.40. Doesn't Dollar Tree make you buy in bulk? No, you can buy it in as you can. I think it's by the case, maybe, or by individual. The problem with this one is when I went in, at least for my store, when I was going to go check out, we just lost everything. That's okay. We'll play one more time and we can still push our bets because we're still up. It made shipping $300. They didn't give me an option of sending it to the store. It said this is not available for ship to the store. Rafa, what I'm saying we were doing here is you're putting 6 units up here. If you win 6 times in a row, you're pulling that bets. Now you're playing with nothing but profit and you start pressing your bets. So we're going to start pressing our bets here, and I'm going to press them here on the 6 and 8 mostly, and then branch out a little bit, but we're going to press here on the 6 and 8 the most. Yeah, I don't think you can order a single. I think you buy them, but that's only 12 of them. I mean, right? It's not like they're making you buy 100 of them. All right. Still winning. Pressing that win there. Good night, Denmark. Thanks, Johnny. Have a good one, man. Nothing better than a hot set of dice. Yeah, nothing more terrible than the whole table starts rolling 7 like every third spin, every third toss. Every shooter's just 7, 7, 7. Oh, like that. All right, we'll go one more round. All right. Total house money right here. Can Stake close your account for making too much profit? I mean, I suppose they could. I've never had any problems taking money out or doing any of that kind of stuff. All right, we're still pressing our bets because we're playing with house money. Push that up to $1. So yeah, I mean, I just don't think they really. I don't know. I don't think it's an issue. I think it's a 28-ounce bottle. If you look at the comparisons to the other brands that are in a like an 18-ounce bottle or something, you're getting considerably more with this than that. All right, pressing our money on the 6 and 8. So I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of these cheaper, especially for 28 ounces. I have not seen anything remotely with the kind of stuff that this has in it. You know. Well, let's see. Nova says I do 6 units on 6 and 8, 5 on 5 and 9, and then wait for a hit, plus 2 units on 4 and 10. All right, so you do 6 on 6 and 8, 5 on 5 and 9, and 2 on 4 and 10. After that, regress to 1 unit across all. So you get 1 hit and you pull it all off. I forgot to press my bet. You pull it all off and then just put 1 unit down on there and basically playing with house money. All right, let's give that a go. I like that idea. Let me get another hit here and we'll clear this. Oh, 2 hits. Okay, I'm sorry. 2 hits, and then you go $1 straight across all 6 numbers. All right, what did we just hit there? Okay. Oh, man. I have not been pressing my bets. What was that? That was a 12. Wouldn't have done anything anyway. All right, 8. Well, we pressed our bet up there, so that's nice. All right, let's pull these off. I guess I could have just left him on and looked at his thing because he's got 6 units, then 5, then 2. All right, next one, 6, 5, 2. He waits for 2 hits, pulls them all, and puts $1, 1 unit straight across. All right, here we go. All right, let's clear this graph and see how we do. 2 hits and we go 1 across. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this. No whammies. And then what happens? What do you do if you get whacked like on the first bet? Do you just leave it the same or do you martingale? What do you do on that, Nova, if you get hit? Do you just keep leaving it the same and flat betting it? Like that. What are we doing now? We just lost on a 7. I normally keep it the same. Okay. So we'll see what happens and see if we can leave it the same and how quickly we can get out of this thing. Of course, right? Yeah, this is how it always goes. That's all right. I like this idea. I like this because I like, just like the Iron Cross, I like where you go in kind of big for just a couple hits, then you pull back and you're playing with house money. All right, so in this case, we're going to have to get a couple hits before we even get, I mean, we're going to have to get quite a few hits. Maybe I will. All right, we'll just flat bet it and see what happens. We'll just flat bet it and see what happens. Silent, no more high. I mean, you don't really need high strat. The strategies are exactly the same. The strategies are exactly the same. Like Can says, you just scale up. There's no difference. And until my bankroll is a lot fatter, I'm not doing high. I'm trying to get more in right now of just showing strategies and how they play out head to head or showing different strategies so people can see it with real money and the bankroll that's a little bit more relatable to them. And it's actually relatable to me right now, right? All right. We've got to get a couple more wins here. At least 4 more wins to get up to where we can pull these bets off. Remember, the average 7 rolls, I think, every like 6.2 tosses. So when you get down like that, if you're going to flat bet, I think I would go ahead and martingale this next time. But we'll leave it like here. This was 570, like 78 bucks or something, Dave. Yeah. We had 578 and we're up to 721. All right. Yippee-ki-yay. All right, come on. A couple more wins. We can pull these off and go down to $1. It is, but I think if you stay here, I'm just worried at flat bet. I think I'd rather risk. I might even do a double-double to try to get out of it in one toss and not be stuck having to make a whole bunch of wins back. Boom! All right, we got 6. We're gonna clear these out. Oh, come on. Man, I really hate that we don't have a clear all button. All right, I gotta wait for the next round. But it's just trade-off, Nova, right? It's just trade-offs. You either risk more on that one, and if you lose that, you're harder on your bankroll, or... All right, we're going $1. Or no, you said 1 unit. So we had to have 50-cent units. So now we go like that. $3. We have 630 in profit up there. So totally playing with house money. Now the difference between this one and Iron Cross is this is 6 units versus Iron Cross. I have 7 units. What did we just hit? 11. But I win on every number on the Iron Cross. Right? So I'm not sure I like this one unless Nova, is there a compelling reason? Does this pay better? Well, I mean the 4 and the 10 will, because up here, but this takes 6 units. Iron Cross, you can make Iron Cross 6 units if you only put 1 unit on the 5. So that too would have been a banger for us. Total preference. Yeah. I think this is basically similar to the Iron Cross. It may give you some better payouts right here. The 9 and the 10 and the 4 and the 4 will give you better payouts on this one. But the Iron Cross, you get these extra numbers and the possibility of the 2 and the 12 giving you extra. And then once you're at this stage, Nova, you leave it here until the shooter hits a 7, and then do you start all over again with just the base bet on the new shooter? Let it ride. Back to the beginning again. Okay. Okay. Just for fun, we're going to press our bet here because we have $7 profit. We now have $6 out there. I want to press for a couple. I want to press for 1 or 2. And then, I mean, not press it, but just leave it at $1. Now we pressed up 1 unit and see if we can get a couple hits and get a little bit extra money for hitting 7. Man, this is running fucking dog shit slow.
Giveaway is up.
Giveaway is up. Look at that. That's a 280 win. Very nice. Let's see if we can get one more.
I mean, not dice, it's crap.
No, I appreciate you telling me. That's why I ask. I like seeing it. People need to see this stuff. Good, bad, or ugly. They need to see this thing. So they can kind of get an idea of what they like. I don't only want them seeing the stuff that I like or that I use. I want them to see a bunch of things. All right, look at that. We hit it twice. We're at $11. So we have one more hit, and we're playing with twice our bankroll twice our initial starting bankroll right now. Our initial bet was $3. So we're almost 4x our initial bet size right now. Now, like I said, I think, all right, I definitely think I prefer the Iron Cross only because, watch this, I can play, man. I can also play it with 6 units, right? And what's going to happen here is if it hits a 5, we only make a little bit. I consider it just a wash. So this one's insurance, but it takes you down from 7 bullets down to 6 bullets, but you just lose out on the 1 unit profit, 1 unit plus a little if you hit that. What did we just hit? 7. Good thing I pulled it off. That was perfect. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Nova, is between the Iron Cross and that one, you both can catch the same thing, right? It'll be identical on both of them, because on this one you're winning all these. The only way either one of those strats lose if it hits a 7. To me, the advantage of the Iron Cross is you're still getting the same amount, but you're getting the advantage of 2, 3, 11, and 12 with 2 and 2. So you're getting 4 extra numbers covered for the same units up there. Now, that being said, on your opening where you have 6 units here, 5, 5, 1, 1, then these, obviously you have some bigger payouts right there, right? So, and no doubt your 4 and your 10s, where on the field it's just a 1-to-1 bet, your 4 and your 10s are going to give you those better odds there. So I like them both. I think they're very close. I just think if I were going to play that way, I would probably just keep it at the Iron Cross and give myself 4 extra numbers to win on, and it would be they're very similar. So I like them both. That's awesome. Brokers, Robert Trips, chime in. Maybe revert to Iron Cross after getting the units covered. You could, yeah, you could play it both ways. You could start your first way up here so that you have the chance of getting these better hits up here, right? Your 6 units. And then, yeah, once you get 2 of those, come down and do 1 base bet on the Iron Cross with the 6 units. Yeah, I think there's something there. I think there's something to be said there. I got to go look at the payouts on that, on the 6 and the 5, on the 8 and the 6, because I'll have to see the total number of units was what? 6. These had 6. That's 12 plus 10, 22. And these had 26 total units. And I'd have to see what the 6 and the 8 pay out, right? Because those have 6 units on it. So those are paying with 7. Yeah, $7. So yeah, it'd be interesting.
Robert, after this roll, what do you want?
He's going low.
Are you calling this roll right here?
He's calling low. Ooh, it's 11 or a 9. So it's after this one. Now we're on.
I would call it after this one, but that's up to him.
All right.
If he wants to take the other roll, which he would have lost.
He would have lost. We'll give it to him now. So are they both now?
No, Shane already did his, so he got it.
Whoa, what did Shane do?
Shane did low.
Oh, he did low.
2 rolls ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and it hit a 3. Got it. All right, let's go low. Oh, it's 11. It's 11. Sorry, brother. It's 11, right, damn it.
Re-roll.
It's dang. Next time, my friend. Next time. Anyway, that's it for today. And tomorrow night, again, we'll be doing, assuming nothing comes up, Brad and I will do that head-to-head with can strategy just versus some form of 5 double street. Just depends on which, we'll definitely be playing on a French server. So I'll do my modified 5 double streets so that we're both taking advantage of the 0, and we'll just play through it and we'll see what happens. Like I said, I hope that we can do this like a bunch of times so we can see, because if it never gets beyond like the 2nd or 3rd progression, then it's really kind of tough to see. But I still contend with the same amount of bankroll, I can be playing with $1.80 a unit and making 80 cents more and have 2 extra progressions than that method, but who knows? Crazy shit happens. It's going to be fun either way, and choices are always good to have. So anyway, all right, that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Be good humans. Looking forward to see you guys. And for those of you that are in Fans Friday, if there's only a couple of us, Dave Cook, we're going to go balls to the wall on that, man. We're going to see just how quickly and hard we can do it. It'll be a risk, but we'll go for it. So, all right, Clever Bets. See you guys. Thanks, Woo. See you guys, Nova. I appreciate you chiming in with your strategy here. Truly. I'll see you guys next time.